What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the LWG podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Danny, aka Lord Disco, accompanied by Eslam, Ra, God of the Sun, and Dan, Papa Sunkiller. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications below, and don't forget to check out all the other awesome content. LWG.
If the universe was a person, I would do everything in my power to just destroy them. I'm an angry person. I tend to get very angry, and a lot of people are so negative. You're so angry, but everybody here, and there's a lot of us. We'll get into it, but David, Jonathan, you guys are special guests here. We have Danny, we have Eslam. You guys understand how much stupid nonsense has happened to me in my life, and I got reason. I got reason to be a negative person. So, Eslam had his engagement party, which we're going to get into later on this podcast. And last week I talked about how I traveled to New Jersey to go, celebrate Eslam's love, And I said, it was a whole thing. I ended up getting a good seat. What?
The whole celebrating love nonsense.
That's what it is at the end of the day. There's no other way to put it.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
Yeah. But with that love came a lot of hate. So
hey, it's a balance.
Yeah, exactly.
There's got to be yin to the yang.
So last week, you can check it out. I talked about it. I got my flight. My seat was changed. I ended up getting a better seat. Things looked out. I was like, okay, it started off bad, and then it ended up being better. Now, I was like, okay, here I am. I'm getting on a plane. It's going to be bad. So I get to the airport, and it's Newark Airport. It's a long line, like always, to go through TSA to get everything checked. And when I get to the point where I have to get my bag with my 2 laptops and everything, and I'm putting everything out, I was starting to take my laptops out to put them in a separate bin, like you're supposed to do. But I stopped myself because when I was coming from South Carolina to New Jersey, and I started doing that, the guy's like, "What are you doing?" I didn't say that you have to take your laptops out, and I literally said, "That's new because this is always a thing." He's like, "No, this isn't a thing anymore." Fast forward 6 days later, here I am in New Jersey. I was like, "Oh, that's right. This isn't a thing anymore." I leave it inside. I go in the thing. And then I do the whole thing where they check me. The guy barely pats me down, whatever. I go in. And then you see, like, all the little carts, like, the little containers with our stuff. I see mine. The machine pushes mine over to the side. And I'm just like, oh, no. I'm just standing there. I'm looking at it. I'm just like, okay, my thing's on the other side. And I'm just standing there with the lady who's going through everybody's bags. And she's just looking at me. She's like, "Is your bag coming to me?" Like, yes. Yes, it is. She's like, "Do you have anything suspicious in there?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Do you have any laptops?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You didn't take them out the bag?" I was like, "I was told that that's not a thing anymore." She's like, "Well, it is. It's always a thing." I'm like, "Okay. All right, fine." So then she goes in there, just takes my laptops out, does thing, and has to put my thing through the thing again. And now I'm behind a big chunk of people, and I'm just standing there. Everybody's trying to get their shoes and their socks on. One dude's pants almost fell. It was a whole thing. I finally get my stuff. I go in there. I'm like, all right. I hurry up. I rush to the plane. I get on there. And as you know, I'm a big guy. And then I go to sit in the plane, and it's a good seat again. But the guy next to me is another big guy. I was like, all right, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. So I go in there. I'm like, all right, we're in there. We got the arm situation going. We're good. It's not too bad. So I'm sitting there, and the thing goes out. It's getting ready to taxi out onto the runway. I'm texting my family, "Hey, plane's about to take off." Rudy texted me something. I was like, "Hey, yeah, I'll talk to you when I land. I'm heading out now." All right, cool. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, it's a minute. Like, I'm sitting there, like, see one plane pass. I'm like, all right. I'm looking around, checking stuff out on my phone. Another plane passes. I'm like, okay. Let me turn off airplane mode. I don't know how long it's going to be. Let me just check stuff out. Another plane passes. I'm like, okay. This is by the time, like, 6 planes pass, that's when the pilot's just like, yeah, the airplane's not working. No. Yeah, he said that there's an issue with the brakes, and he's gonna try to get it to taxi back to the gate. So that's when I started texting you guys in the group chat, and I was texting the family. I was texting Rudy. I was just like, yeah, so I'm stuck on this plane out in the middle of a runway, and I can't get out. And about 20 minutes pass, and then the pilot's just like, yeah, we can't move the plane. It won't move anymore. It's leaking brake fluid. So it's stuck here. We're trying to see if we can get a tow to tow us back to a gate, but we don't know where the tow is, and we don't know what gate is available. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Damn, a lot of questions, no answers.
It's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff.
So there's that. Then you got like you see the little trucks of people outside. They're all just like, they're moving around. They're doing crap, and I'm just getting angry. The what's it called, the stewardess, he comes in and he's giving out this. I've never seen cups so small of water. And he's going, everybody, you want some water? He comes at me with this little cup, and I swear, I almost smacked it out of his hand. I was gonna cause a scene. Just this little cup of water.
Jonathan now? Smack shit out people's hands?
Yeah,
Put a
right.
shot glass of water.
I was like, no, I don't want any.
I'm surprised Jonathan didn't smack food out of people's hands at the engagement party.
I know, right? Well, he was far away from me.
No. I heard. I know how Egyptians get down, but I am not. I'm not trying to end up on that side of that beat.
Yeah, right.
You about to get
man.
rolled on by Egyptians and Indians.
All right. So tow finally shows up, and they're like, all right, we don't know how to set the tow up. We've never had to do this. Okay.
Oh Jesus. How?
So finally,
like that makes no sense to me.
I don't know.
How
I don't know.
never had to tow anything before.
And I'm mad because the whole time I'm thinking it's like, are they going to just get us another plane? Do I have to get another flight? Like, what are the plans? We're asking. Nobody's giving us any answers. You got the flight attendants running around with little cups of water. Like, nobody knows what's happening. Finally, they get the thing attached. We're like, all right, we got the tow go, but we're trying to find a gate. And then the thing starts moving. I'm thinking, wait, so you're just driving us around and you don't know where you're taking us? So finally, we get to a gate. We get off the plane. I'm getting notifications. It's like, oh, okay, so your plane's gonna take off in the next couple minutes. I was like, I just got off the plane. That's not true. Yeah. So I'm there. My mom, I call her and I'm explaining to her what's going on, and then she just comes in and is like, so you're in South Carolina? I was like, no, I'm in New Jersey. She's like, but what happened? I was like, the plane. I was like, I explained all this to you in the text message. She's like, okay, but you made it. You're there. You're at the apartment now. I'm like, no, I'm in the airport. It was like, oh, okay, so you're going to get your car and then drive to the apartment? It's like, no, I'm in New Jersey. She's like, but why are you in New Jersey? I'm like, did you not read the text messages? It's a whole thing.
Sometimes I feel like she's just like Abbott and Costello you all the time on purpose.
Maybe.
Just to fuck with you.
Maybe. Because I was just frustrated. I was just frustrated. We get off the thing. We're sitting there. The guy's like, don't worry, we're going to get this plane fixed or we're going to get you a new one. And everybody's just like, we're not trying to get on this plane. Get us a new plane. So we're sitting there. Then they're like, all right, everybody good? You're comfortable? It's going to come over here. It's going to come to this gate. Just hang out. Oh, never mind. It's not going to be at this gate. It's a different gate. We don't know which one. We'll let you know. But it's going to be here soon. I was like, well, you got to tell us.
Yeah.
You got to tell us where to go. They eventually tell us it's downstairs. We go downstairs. They're getting everything situated. The whole time, there's this one dude yelling in his phone about how this is his third plane of the day.
Wow.
And he's just like, he flew from I don't know where to Chicago to here to get to somewhere else. He wasn't with us. He was like in a different gate, but he was so loud I could hear him. So this guy's just going off. I'm like, oh, at least I'm not getting on 3 planes, just 2 today. And plane finally shows up. We get on there, and it's the same thing. So it's me and this guy. I was like, all right, we gotta figure this out. We gotta get this situated. I'm like, okay, I got my headphones. I had these out. I got that ready. I was like, let me download some stuff. I had stuff prepared ahead of time. It took forever for everything to download. Nothing downloaded. I was like, all right, let me read some comics. So I downloaded Batman Halloween because it's been a while. I'm sorry, you know what it is.
Long
and
Halloween?
Thank you, the Long Halloween. So I download all that. I put it on airplane mode. I open it up, and it's like, you can't see this because you're not using the internet. Go to your downloaded stuff. And I was like, I'm in my download. So I was like, yeah, but you can't see it because there's no internet. I'm like, you motherfuckers, like, just give me something. Just fucking give me something.
Downloaded if I need the internet.
So there's that. The guy, he's like, all right, we're going to make another attempt. The plane starts. It goes out onto the thing. We're about to take off. And then I sit there, and then the plane passes. Then another plane passes. I'm like, you motherfuckers, don't do this to me. And then he's like, yeah, because of the delay, we're trying to figure out when's the right time they're going to call us through. So it might be a minute. We're going to have to wait for a while. So then that took about a half hour, 45 minutes, just sitting there waiting for that. Finally, the plane takes off. We go. As we're going, it was turbulence. It was insane. I'm going back and forth. The things go inside. At one point, I swear to God, the plane was on its side. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm done. It doesn't matter. We finally get to South Carolina. We land. It was a bumpy landing. I didn't give a shit. And they're like, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. We all just got off the fucking plane. Like, in unison, we all just angry mobbed off the plane. I'm calling my mom. I'm explaining everything to her. And she's just like, I thought you were already there. I was like, listen, I'll call you back. I find my bag, which, by the way, my bag was like the last one in the whole thing. I'm like, of course it is. Why isn't it? I find my car because, like I said last time, I had to park my car in the lot because I had issues with the Uber. So I get there. I got some Taco Bell. I got some Baja Blast. I came to the apartment. I ate my food, drank my soda, knocked out, and
Baja Blast.
Yeah, and then I made it back home. But
Eat your pain away.
yeah,
Baja
with
Blast is always there for you.
exactly. With all that being said, still worth it. I had a great time at your party, Eslam.
Thank you.
I would do that again because it was great. It was great.
Well, you guys will
wonderful
do
time.
that again at the wedding.
Yeah. Let's see what happens on my flight then. Don't be on the same airplane as me, guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So we booked it. My wedding will be overseas. I'll tell you guys off air where exactly it will be.
My goodness.
But we will be having a destination wedding. And,
Nice.
It's gonna be lit. If you
The
thought this
moon
shit-
is fired.
if you thought that this one was crazy, wait until the wedding. This shit's gonna be even wilder. It's 3 days, guys. It's
Are you
3
ready?
days of
Are you
events.
ready physically?
Yeah, I'm
do it?
about to say, you sound.
It's like 3 days.
I'm not ready.
straight.
Dude, I
never-
was
It's like a
sore
long
for
rave.
2 days, and I had to like take a nap the next day. It was wild. Like I was so fucking tired.
You came out such high energy. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
this
Yo,
woman
dude, put
is
the mic to
definitely
your-
gonna-
Put the mic closer. I can't
Oh,
hear
my
you
bad.
that
I had to turn it. Oh, shit.
Okay.
How about now?
well. Yeah, that's better.
No, yeah, you came out with such high energy. I was like, oh my God, he's definitely going to feel that. I'm like praying for his gout rock to just not kill him.
No, thank God my gout didn't act up, but
Nice.
I also didn't eat anything. So,
Oh,
we'll talk
man.
about that more. But
Yeah.
the Oscars happened.
Sure
and,
did.
Will Smith had a mental breakdown over what seemed to be a benign joke at first, and then there were layers to it afterwards that were told. So Jada Pinkett Smith was bald at the Oscars. Chris Rock made a G.I. Jane 2 joke. He's like, Jada,
horrible
love
movie.
you. Looking forward to G.I. Jane 2. That was a joke. Wasn't a great joke. Wasn't a bad joke. Was very harmless in my opinion. Honestly, I did not know she had alopecia. But at the same time, like I've seen actresses, like especially like black actresses, rock the baldy before. I mean, shit. What's her name? Like the I forgot.
You thinking about Lupita?
No, well, there was Lupita Nyong'o, and then there was like the she was another chick. She was like a rapper, but not really. She was like a video girl, I guess.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Amber Rose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And then like so she rocking it, and listen, she like Jada Pinkett Smith looked good in the Oscars or whatever. Benign joke, and the crazy shit is like Will Smith was fucking laughing.
Yep.
Too. Yes. And then she rolled her eyes, and I feel like that Kanye meme I put up was like perfect to describe what happened. And then he got up on stage, and when it happened, I saw like the video clips of like him slapping him, and then Chris Rock like smiling. He's like,
Oh,
Will
see,
Smith
I
just
was
slapped-
watching it live.
Yeah, and he was like, Will
Really?
Smith just slapped the shit out of me, and I saw that clip, and I was like, oh, they did this as a skit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. I was like, I don't even know why. And then I kept seeing more and more people talk about it. I'm like, why are they talking about this? This was bullshit. And then I saw the whole thing, and I was like, oh, okay.
That was real.
That's wild. But
See, that's the thing. I personally don't think it's real, but I don't know.
after all this, you still think it was all set up.
Well, as a wrestling fan, you try to determine when something's a shoot or a work, right, David?
Okay.
So I think it was completely staged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought it was real, but it was kind of strange because, when you look back on it, he tells the joke. Chris Rock is laughing. You look at Will Smith. Will Smith is laughing. Then you look at Jada. Camera zooms in on her, and she's like, "Oh,
She rolls her eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it turns to Chris Rock. Now you don't see Will Smith's reaction. All of a sudden, he just gets up, and it's just his walk. Right? He's got to walk like he's oh, look at me.
Yeah.
And then he goes to hit him. Now, then I saw a picture.
While Chris Rock is leaned in.
Yes, he's leaned in, hands behind. It's like he knew it was coming. Doesn't block or anything. Like I'm not gonna sit there and take the hit, right?
Well, if he knew it was coming, he would try to block it.
But like,
or if it was planned, he's supposed to take the hit.
Right.
Okay.
And then when you look at the picture of him, like when he actually struck him, you could see like a smirk on Will Smith's face.
Yeah.
Well, he was laughing as he
back.
walked away too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was all like a skit.
That to me, and everyone in the audience is like kind of like laughing, entertaining, right? Like because they think
It got serious once he started yelling like,
then
"Keep
he
my
starts
wife's
cursing.
name out your fucking mouth." Yeah.
Which none of that
saw,
was
like,
happening during the Oscars. You couldn't hear it, at least in the U.S. version.
Well, so that's because in the U.S. it's on a 15-second delay, and they're able to like cut it.
Oh,
So-
I think that's what they did.
Yeah. So what was happening is the slap happens, you cut back, and then everything is just you don't hear anything, no audio whatsoever. Chris Rock is saying stuff you don't know what. They cut to Will Smith who's shouting something. At this point, my parents, they were watching it with me. And they're like, "Oh, this was real." I was like, "I don't know. It doesn't look like it." Blah blah blah. Then they eventually cut back to the thing. Chris Rock starts the whole trying to move along the segment for best documentary. He stumbled across his words, and then then they continue the ceremony. But
yeah, it looked
After
at some point he
Questlove
was
got
gonna say some shit again, and he was
After-
like, "It." Go ahead.
After Questlove got the award, though, I saw some footage that showed Chris Rock after, and he genuinely looked confused. He was just like, he looked kind of like lost, and then as he stepped to the side, and then he kind of gave a face like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but like whatever. Just like,
yeah.
I genuinely thought it was real just because of that. He looked so confused. He was just like, did I just get smacked by Will Smith? Like, I would be confused too. Like,
But even the slap itself, that has to be the most weird. Like Will Smith doesn't know to smack someone. Like it was the most weird looking thing I've ever seen. I've seen wrestlers throw bad punches and they could punch better than he could slap. Like
John Cena.
I just don't think
You're
it's
an
good for Will
actor.
Smith's image to do that on purpose anyway. Like for a skit. Like I don't. Think
it's the
that's
Oscars. People do stuff like that all the
and
time.
especially when he's there for representing the Williams family, the Serena, and like the movie.
Well, I was gonna.
King Richard. So,
Did
like,
you
I
guys
feel
saw
like
the whole
that's-
thing that happened with them too, right? With the Williams sisters.
But
Nah.
Later on, Will Smith wins the award for Best Actor. He's giving a speech. As he's talking, I think there was like snot or something that comes out. So luckily, the camera cuts away because, like Eslam said, there's a delay and everything. They cut away and they cut to the Williams sisters, who one of which had a wardrobe malfunction and her boob was out.
Nice.
So then they quickly cut back to Will Smith and they cut back to them. They keep cutting back and forth, and then it just said the Oscars on the screen while he was speaking.
They claimed that too.
So
they did not have their shit together.
So I was just watching this, like this is an eventful ceremony.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Like,
good.
this is
And honestly, at the end of the day, everybody's talking about Will Smith, this, that, the other. To me, most important thing is always going to be who wins Best Picture. It went to Coda. I saw it. It's a good movie. That's nobody cares anymore. That's the problem.
I don't even know what that is.
The only way people care about the Oscars is if something like this happens. Like I
Which
didn't even know
sucks.
it was
Yeah.
happening.
I feel
But-
like what he did does completely overshadow. Like I don't even remember like who won what. It's just like, oh shit, Will Smith
that's all
smacked
people
the
keep-
shit out of Chris Rock.
Yeah, see, I don't always watch the Oscars, but when I do, it's because I liked most of the movies that are in it. So it's like I liked a lot of the movies this year. I saw almost every single one of them. So I was like, oh, I really want to see who's doing this. I don't think Will Smith should have won Best Actor. That's a whole other thing, but it's just like, I don't know.
That
It was
was
just
a good movie though. I really liked that movie, but I don't know if he should have won.
I
Yeah,
didn't
no.
watch King Richard.
I like King Richard a lot,
I'm
but
not gonna watch it now. But
Best actor, I would have given it to either Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, or maybe Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos. I would have given it to one of those two.
That is good competition.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like Will Smith is King Richard. It wasn't bad.
But that's
Jonathan, what's your take on everything?
As of now, I want to say I think that is real. As of
Okay.
right now. As of right now, I think that is real, but again, I wouldn't be super caught off guard if it was fake because, the way Hollywood is and all of that stuff. I had a talk with someone and we just talk about so many different viewpoints that it could be, and they talked about Will laughing during the joke. Because I remember speaking with you, Eslam, I said that's one of the things I didn't like that Will laughed with the joke,
Yeah.
and then he was like up in arms. But if Will laughed at the joke and he seen his wife was unhappy with the joke and he decided to step up, that's perfectly okay too, because that's your wife, that's your lady, and if she feels besmirched, then that's all good and dandy. Someone said, who knows if he was even laughing at the joke. They said celebrities do such fake stuff like they're just trained to laugh. Someone said a joke, you might not have even listened to what they said and laugh. I said, well, that's a
No.
possibility too.
And that was Chris
Who
Rock's
knows?
like third joke in a row right there.
It could be
Yeah.
that nervous laughter
Right.
too, like the from the movie The Joker, like how he laughed just randomly because he's like,
Yeah. It could be just ha 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 ha. That's funny,
Yeah,
right? That's funny.
laugh
No, okay, cool. Also, like the history as I spoke about, this was not Chris Rock's first time making jokes about Jada Pinkett Smith. I think he went on a 2016. He went on like a
Yeah, they saw
2-minute
that.
tangent
Yeah.
of joking on her.
Well, yeah, that's because they announced that they weren't going, and he was just like, no one cares that you like. That's just like someone announcing that, like,
Yeah.
because she wasn't part of any of the movies. And
That's the thing.
whatever,
He's like,
and
it's
then-
funny because you weren't invited. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
That was what he said.
So here's the thing. It was a lot of people that didn't go that Oscars
Yeah.
because there was not a single black actor or actress nominated for anything.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that was a whole year where a lot of black people, like Spike Lee, didn't go. A lot of people didn't go, and I think Will had just done that movie Concussion. I didn't see Concussion. I heard terrible things about
It
Concussion,
didn't
but
look good.
didn't look good. But he was kind of felt a way that he wasn't invited to that, so they were both boycotting in that regard.
Mhm.
So now Chris Rock comes up here as a fellow, black person in the midst of everybody knows why a lot of these people aren't here. And of course, they're going to need him to make jokes about it. Jokes, even like the Jada Pinkett Smith joke that he just said. He didn't write some of these jokes, man. They have writers who write some of these jokes. So he goes up there and he talks about them not being invited and the whole, Rihanna's panties thing, and then continue to go on for 2 minutes about her being a TV person and the last movie she put out and blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
So, who knows if that was, and Will has been dragged for the past 2 years, I'd say, by the internet. Will has been, if it wasn't a jokes about Tupac, if it wasn't jokes about August
Entanglement.
The
Alsina,
relationship.
Yeah.
the entanglement stuff, if it wasn't like Jada, and Jada was almost idolized. They said, yo, if Future had a chance to chill with somebody, he would chill with Jada. I think he tweeted, he said, yeah, I'm good off of. They said, yo, Will needs some friends like Future in his life, some toxic friends. Future put up a post on Instagram. He was like, yeah, I'd rather chill with Jada. I'm like, damn. Will getting killed. Yo, Jada went on. No chill. She went online and said she cheated on Will because she felt like he didn't care. She felt if he cared more, then he would have realized what she was doing and stuff like that. I'm like, so this man's name was just everywhere and people are attacking his character. And I so wanted to read his book, but then I also heard crazy things he said in the book, which is growth. Yeah, it's growth, but I think he said at one point he was so envious of Tupac, he wanted to be Tupac himself because of how much he knew Jada loved Tupac and stuff. So he's been on a journey of his own, emotionally, spiritually, all that good stuff. I think it was terrible timing. I'm not gonna walk up to you in the middle of the Oscars, but I got something for your ass when we get off the stage and stuff like that, because it's not like you're gonna be up there forever. I can easily catch you backstage and stuff like that.
Mhm.
People are gonna say it's wrong. Women are gonna say it's wrong, but then a woman's gonna go in the girl talk and they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I need a man that'll stand up for me like that." Think about it. It was a rap lyric. People always J. Cole said he want that real love, that Jada and that Will love. But then with everything that just happened with the book and the entanglement, people was like, "Yeah, that love ain't looking too good." After that slap, Jada and Will love was trending unanimously worldwide, and every woman was like, "Yeah, I need that Will love, that Jada and Will love." So I don't know, man.
I don't know
Celebrities
what
doing celebrity shit.
Will Smith's and Chris Rock's relationship is, But as like huge black artists in their field, I would figure there's some type of mutual respect. And I would go, like you said, I would do it like in the back. I would go backstage, be like, "Yo, what you said was fucked up. She has this, whatever. If you didn't know, you need to like publicly apologize." And either that, or you can go backstage, and if you want to hit him, hit him. But like, still hitting him is not gonna, like, what's it gonna do? The words have already been said.
Right.
I'd rather make you apologize than hit you, right? Because it's just like you need to take it back.
If there was no warning before, if I've never texted you before about keeping her name out your mouth, and then you go up on stage and you do it again, when I see you, I'm just gonna punch you.
That happen?
Well, that's the thing. No. I'm just saying, if there wasn't any, if this was just without warning and Chris Rock thought he was in the clear, then I can understand his confusion. Like, bro, it was a
maybe
joke.
there was a conversation after 2016, but it's also like 5 years later. Like, are you supposed to remember that from 5 years ago?
I think Will Smith just got his demons, like Jonathan was saying. Will Smith
honestly
got his name dragged
listen,
through the mud.
Jada's a fucking succubus. Like,
I think she's manipulative too. Yeah,
Will Smith was fucking ridiculous, and like I heard Charlemagne the God was like capping for Jada. Like this was a couple of episodes back with like Brilliant Idiots, and he was like, Jada's just as famous as Will Smith and blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, the fuck she's not. Like, there's no way in hell Jada Pinkett Smith is as famous as Will Smith. Like, that's like before they got married. That's Will Smith. Like, he was fucking
before they got married, possibly yes. Because remember, she had a whole bunch of those old movies like Poetic Justice, and she was in a lot of those. Wait, no, she wasn't in Poetic Justice, was she?
Dude, I didn't know who the fuck she was.
She did a lot of old movies, but new movies.
She was in the intro for Scream Part 2.
And you said what?
And that's fine. But,
That's it.
But at the time, there was the biggest name was Will Smith.
Yes, yeah.
Right? So it's just like, is that plus also like the thing that bothers me is that like about the Tupac shit is like she still like fucking has him on a pedestal and like making Will trying to live up to him. And I'm just like, if this was the other way around, Will would be getting fucking murdered for doing that to her.
We got enough time to talk about double standards on this episode.
There are some double
like
standards.
for real, bro. Like, come on, man. Let's keep it a buck. Like, that's straight bullshit. Like what they did. So it is what it is. I don't think he should have slapped him. I think they should have handled this like face to face in the back, and then like maybe Chris Rock comes up again and apologizes about the joke, or like apologizes to her later about the joke. But
he's a comedian, man. He knows what it's like to do. He's like, even I saw footage of him making fun of like some bald dude on some show too. Like, he's done the same shit. He knows what it's like.
And if you're a celebrity, you're free game. Everybody's free game, man.
Exactly.
It's a comedian's job to make fun of shit. So it's like,
I know.
Yo, and that joke, honestly, I thought it was like just a throwaway joke. That shit
it was like
it wasn't even anything like.
To me, it was the most harmless thing I've ever heard, but to her, it could have been like poking that sore spot. But I don't know.
In line with
maybe
what
it's
you
just
guys
me,
were saying.
but I thought G.I. Jane was empowering. I thought she was a badass chick. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe she's bald, but
Like, the whole movie was about her trying to prove herself to be one of the fucking soldiers that she can actually do it, and she did do it. So I
don't see it as a
whatever.
bad thing, but then again, maybe I'm looking through a small lens. My perspective is
We're being optimists with the joke.
I'll never joke and lie. I'll never joke and lie and never say that I watched G.I. Jane or even like turned on G.I. Jane. Never in my life. But in line with what you guys were saying, Dan and David, about it potentially being fake, Chris Rock and Kevin Hart are going on tour in a little bit, and the average ticket price I think went from like 40 something to $80.
They
like
shot up in 1 week more than they did like in a month or something. Yeah.
I was gonna say something about that. Her ticket now. People want to go now. People. Well, no, like you kind of said it, but like his ticket, like sales are skyrocketing. So it makes me wonder. Okay, if it's staged, because when you look at it, staged or not, Chris Rock comes out looking good. from this whole thing because he,
Mhm.
he took the shot.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I heard
What I
both
mean-
arguments.
What I'm saying is like
Good
he
in
took
the sense
you know,
of he's out in the public eye again.
yeah, like
Yeah.
but he kind of did like he didn't fight
He was
back.
very professional about
Yeah,
it.
he handled it professionally. So he
Yep.
comes out looking strong. Will comes, in my opinion, comes out looking like a douche. So
I mean, yeah, but Will also comes out like you guys were saying earlier with the whole.
Yeah, so there's
Now
both
look at him.
sides to
Now he's
each.
just like he and his wife are they've never been happier than ever before. Like
Yeah.
Right.
Protecting his
There's
way.
there
I
you
don't-
can
I
look
don't
at
know.
it from both sides for each of their actions, right?
Yeah.
Some people could be like, "Nah, fuck that. Chris Rock should have slapped back. He's a pussy." And then other people are like, "Nah, he was super professional. He kept going with the show."
Yeah.
And and then you got on the other side, "Nah, Will Smith was protecting his wife or the other one's like, "Hey, he overreacted and he was being a bully."
Right. There's good and bad in all of them. Whichever perspective you have, there's
Exactly.
Good and
It depends on the person looking at it. So
so
bad.
I don't know.
First off,
Still at
people
the
like
end.
Chris Rock. People say Chris Rock gotta punch him back or do something back. I'm like, these guys are millionaire actors, and these guys are not in the streets. These guys are like, I'd rather see they get hit and be like, oh, what? Like, I'm not gonna think you're gonna. Now there's some people that are like that.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey said that shit. He went on some show
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yo," and the next day I would have told Will Smith I'm suing for $200 million.
That's
And
right.
It had me
Well-
thinking, like Chris Rock grew up on the street, so he probably got his ass handed to him a few times.
Well,
That shit
here's the
probably wasn't
thing.
nothing.
so Chris Rock,
Everybody hates
I
Chris.
forgot what the word is.
not
But
pressing charges.
declined to press charges against Will
Mhm.
because the police did approach him and he declined to press charges. And then the next day or 2 days later or something like that, Will put out a public apology both to Chris Rock and the Academy for his actions. So that
and the
also
people
happened.
watching.
Yes, also on the people watching, and his fellow actors. In the fucking, It's just I don't know. I think they got so. I think the like these people get so rich to the point where they're fucking bananas. Especially not just rich, but the fame also gets to them, like that idolization of the masses. It gets to you. So
That's exactly what Jim Carrey was saying. He was saying that if it wasn't Will Smith, he would have been locked up, thrown out, kicked out of the academy.
Can you
banned.
imagine if one of us just went up to somebody in front of a bunch of people and just hit somebody? And that
Well, it
person
depends
got charged.
if they were
the
talking
cops
shit.
were there.
depends on what kind of shit.
Depends
they
on
were
the situation. Yeah.
No, but I'm talking.
Yeah.
If like you make a joke or you say something, maybe and then you just go up to them and you just assault that person. Like you can't be going up and assaulting people either. But I think this whole thing was staged. Just ugh, and it's just ironic because to me it's like nobody knew I mean, no offense to Danny, like no one knew the Oscars was going on.
Dude, nobody
Um,
knew the Oscars.
Yeah, I was the only person that cared.
I have
normal
Twitter,
TV
so
people.
Twitter told me. Twitter told me.
Yeah. And I, in previous years, I used to actually check like to see who won Best
Yeah.
Actor, whatever. But I just think it's gotten too political, so I kind of like whatever. But
Yeah.
I feel like they needed something for like, because now look, everyone's talking about it,
Mhm.
and I find it ironic. In the same night, he wins at Best Actor in the lead role. He has a talk with Denzel. Oh, I want to thank God. He's telling this little sob story. I just very, very shady.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Dave's talking Illuminati, guys. Dave talking Illuminati. Oh no.
My thing is like honestly, this is the most I've talked about the situation. Even when I watched it, I was just like, "This happened, real, not real." I don't give a shit about any of these people or their lives. I
was
truly want
quiet
to see
the whole
who's
time.
winning what.
Hmm?
Like
I'm like, oh, titty.
but that's the thing, and it's literally just like I was just like,
He said, "Where?"
I didn't know what was
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
That
that brother starving.
Serena
That
Williams.
brother starving.
but no, like I walk away thinking Coda won Best Picture, Dune won a bunch of awards, Coda won a bunch of awards, Power of the Dog won stuff. Like the guy who won Best Supporting Actor is deaf. Like that is incredible. Best Documentary was won by the Soul. What was it? The Summer of Soul about
Summer of Soul,
a thing.
yeah.
A thing that happened in
Renaissance jazz,
1969 that nobody even knew was happening in Harlem, like this big movement for like black people and culture and everything like that. It was like so many cool things happen, and of course
Listen,
we're
man,
going to talk about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. Because like
most important
I don't
award-
want to talk about that at all. I
The
could
most
care less
important
about that.
award
That's a fair point.
that was handed out during the Oscars was that Flash scene, which got the most audience hype or whatever from Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh,
No, yeah,
That's-
that happened.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
did
the
it?
most important.
I forgot that happened.
Bring
be
back the
honest with you.
Snyderverse. Let's go. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
down
and
for
also
that.
the best supporting actress, she from West Side Story. Like that was incredible. She was some girl who won Dancing with the Stars, who now she's like representing like not only black people, also Hispanic people. Here she is winning this amazing award. Like there was a lot of cool things at the Oscars, but of course
And
the
Samuel
world
L.
is
Jackson
being what they
won
are.
his first, right?
He
So
won his
great.
honorary award, which I'm upset because that wasn't aired. That was like during a commercial.
Yeah,
very upset
I mean,
about
it was
that.
honorary. I gotta even look up what an honorary Oscar. That was the first
Yeah.
I ever heard of it.
Oh.
Does it count as a legit Oscar? Or...
I mean, it
Which
does,
is
but
bullshit.
it's because that's
Like,
Samuel Jackson.
is a way better actor than Will Smith, but
I,
it
oh,
is
yeah.
what it is.
I actually don't
Yeah.
think Will Smith is a great actor. Like he's okay.
He's all he's
He
he's
used to
not
be.
bad.
He used
I
to
never
be
thought he
not
was the greatest.
because
No,
he did a great job in that Happiness movie. Fuck, I forget.
I like that movie.
Pursuit of
Pursuit of
Happiness.
Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
I thought that was a good
he was
movie.
great in that movie.
That was a
Never
good movie.
seen it.
Yeah, it
Um,
was
I feel like
You
his
know
best
what?
performance was Ali.
To Ali, okay, I'll take an
I
Ali.
actually never saw him.
His
You don't
best
like
performance is Ali.
Philadelphia?
Huh?
You don't like
I Robot?
Philadelphia?
He was
What is
in
it?
Philadelphia.
No, Philadelphia was
Yeah,
Denzel.
wasn't. No, Philadelphia. What was the one where I don't know. I'm mixing up my movies, but it's funny you say
didn't like
Denzel. I
Hitch?
feel like
you mean Seven?
no, not Seven. Seven was
Morgan
great.
Freeman.
Seven was great.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that's more.
No,
Yeah.
Will did he did a movie that was really good when he was young. I'll remember.
No, there
it.
was another movie with Will
Independence
that
Day.
had Seven in it.
Independence Day.
Well,
sucks.
Independence Day
Oh, you're
was
thinking, you're
definitely
thinking
not
pounds,
a
7 pounds.
Yeah, 7 pounds. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
definitely
never
not
saw that
thinking
one.
7
I never saw it.
pounds. But you know what? Who would you say is the best out of these black male actors? Not honestly, I'd have to go Denzel. I can't think of
Yeah.
bad Denzel movies. And how long did it take for Denzel to win an Oscar? Man had to
Very
play
true.
one of the biggest street villains ever. Instead of all these good guy roles he did and lawyers, action,
Yeah.
all this stuff, he gets it for playing this crooked
Yeah.
cop villain type thing. Great movie.
Yo,
But-
he killed that role though. He
Oh,
See,
man.
it's funny because you say that. I think Denzel Washington's an amazing actor. I also hate almost every movie I've ever seen him in.
Really?
You know me with my opinions. If you talk about all these actors, Samuel Jackson. If not Samuel Jackson, I'd go Morgan Freeman. I'd go.
Okay.
I
Both
like
solid choices.
yeah. It's
Talking about
like
best
I'm obviously going with that. Yeah, no, great actors, and that,
Oh.
and I even like I'm blanking on his name right now. He played Django in Django Unchained.
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx?
Foxx.
I
Jamie
love Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx. Jamie
Jamie
Foxx
Foxx
is an
is
amazing actor. It's
Well,
like
Jamie Foxx is amazing at everything he does.
exactly,
Stand
and I
up,
know that
singing,
might be weird. It might be
acting.
weird, but I put Jamie Foxx over Will Smith. Me personally.
I would second that. I would
Jamie
second
Foxx
that.
over Will
Interesting.
Smith. I would
Easily.
I would say
Easily.
We have to have a great debate about that.
I don't know.
We have to
I
have
don't.
a great
I, oh,
debate.
I better not say it.
We're gonna have to make that a topic one of these weeks.
Samuel, yeah, Will Smith or Jamie Foxx. Both. The only, yeah. I mean, listen, they both had music careers. They both had acting careers, but one of them also was a fucking hilarious stand-up comedian. Someone has more talent, and I think that's false to Jamie Foxx.
Yep.
But
That's
let's
fair.
move on, anyways.
Congratulations, Dakota.
Yes.
Wait,
Congratulations to
what is that
everyone who
movie
won.
And
except
King
Will
Richard.
Smith.
What's Coda about? Coda's about it's a deaf family, except with the exception of one girl who basically she's the only one that could hear, and she's trying to go out to do like singing and stuff, and they're trying to just survive, and they start their own company while she's trying to be the translator, the signer for them, while also trying to go pursue like life in college and stuff like that. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
All right.
Gotta check
Um,
that.
All right, let's move into the news. I'll go first. Marvel is currently developing a Nova project with Moon Knight writer.
Waste of fucking time. Don't be
Star
surprised,
Wars-
David.
StarWars.com has officially announced a brand new novel, Star Wars Shadow of the Sith, that will reveal more of Luke Skywalker's adventures following the events of Return of the Jedi. That is something I'm looking forward to. Seems pretty interesting. Rockstar launches paid GTA Online subscription called GTA Plus. It'll come out March 29th to April 27th. Yeah, there's a lot of shit, but not important. Where is my PlayStation announces new PS Plus subscription tiers. First one is PlayStation Plus Essential.
For anybody wondering, this is what Spartacus was, Project Spartacus, that they've been talking about for some time.
Yes. So PS Plus Essential, which will be either $9.99 a month, $24.99 quarterly, or $59.99 yearly, which was the same prices of Xbox Gold membership. PS Plus Extra, which is plus up to 400 additional PlayStation games, $14.99 a month, $39.99 quarterly, or $99.99 yearly. And then there's PlayStation Plus Premium, which is plus 340 additional games from PS3, PS2, and original PlayStation and PSP.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into that. Like, do you want me to break it down, or?
Let me just give the prices.
All right, go for it. Go for it.
$17.99 monthly, $49.99 quarterly, or $119.99 yearly.
Yeah. So with PlayStation Plus Essential, it's essentially, pun intended, what PlayStation Plus is now. You get 2 free games, you play online, you get cloud saves. So that's why it's the same price. It makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. PlayStation Plus Premium, like you said, it has the 340 games, so it's like that's the PlayStation. I'm sorry, I looked at Premium. I meant to say extra. You're right. Yeah, I meant to go extra. Extra, it has the 400 games, and see, you said PlayStation. It's only PS4 and PS5
for the Plus Extra.
Yes. Yeah, I'm looking at the PlayStation blog right now. Adds a catalog for up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games.
Okay, so I didn't. Yeah, it just says PlayStation games here.
I gotcha.
But this was from IGN, so.
Yeah, you gotta go to the blog. So there's that. They're gonna have big hits, and it's gonna be available. Like, they're gonna have games that are downloadable, which PlayStation Now does do as well. Because essentially, at the end of the day, this is sort of, but not exactly, the Game Pass competitor that Xbox has. That's like pushing Xbox. Now, once you get to PlayStation Plus Premium, like Eslam said, you get 340 additional added to, like, from the previous tier.
Yeah. And
the PS3 games that are available are only available via streaming because of the issues that the PS3 has with their, I forgot what it's called, it was a stupid console. So, like, the way they made their games is not how you do whatever. So it's always been hard to go to backwards compatibility for PS3 games. So with that tier, you're going to have access to original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 digitally. But you have to stream PS3. And even if you have really good internet, it's not always going to be guaranteed that it's going to work well. So that's a big thing that people are upset about in terms of the PS3. And they're going to do this thing where they're saying that they're going to have time-limited game trials. Basically, demos. Remember how there used to be demos all over Xbox 360 back in the day? They're going to have demos during this tier as well. And I think it's going to work kind of like how EA Play works, where it's like it's a timed one, right? So, like, you have access to the demo for, let's say, 5 hours. You get as far as you can into this game for 5 hours, and then you decide if you want to play it, if you want to buy it or not. And that's cool because with certain games, you could actually beat it if it's short enough, you know? So these are cool. I was talking to Rudy about this. They're all well and good, but PlayStation's also not going to do what Xbox does, where they put their big first party launches. They're not going to put them on any of this PlayStation Plus stuff. So, like David's favorite game, Last of Us Part 2. If that game were to come out, it's not going to be available on this service. You would have to pay for that separately. Xbox does the other thing where it's just like, hey, we're coming out with a brand new Halo. If you have Game Pass, you don't have to buy the game. So it's like, that's why I look at this and I'm just like, if I had to pick between one or the other, me being a PlayStation fan, at least right now, I'm definitely going to lean towards Xbox. Like, I'm definitely going to lean towards Game Pass. Why would I do this? Yeah. It saves you more money. And if there's a brand new game, like the new Elder Scrolls comes out, it's going to be on Game Pass. You know, if a new Last of Us comes out, I have to pay for it. You know, it doesn't benefit me in any way.
60 buckaroos you got to pay
70. 70. Next gen, they up.
My bad. Next gen is 70. You're right.
Yeah. That's going to be a no for me, dog.
But
David?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. So I was gonna say, I just clarify. So the Game Pass, you have access to the new games at launch as long as you have Game Pass. Is that what you're
Day
saying?
one. Yep,
Right,
if
so like
you have access to
Xbox,
Xbox
let's say
exclusives. Yeah,
Starfield, right? The big
Yep.
one
yeah.
that
No,
comes out.
Starfield is supposed to be available day one when it releases. Yes.
So if I have Game Pass is what, $10 a month? I don't even know what the price is.
It should
Game
be 10 a
Pass is
month or
15.
what, like 60 a year, 50 a year.
15. So right now they give you Game
Oh,
Pass
you're right, it's
plus
15 now.
Gold together with Xbox Gold
Mm.
at the same time for $15.99 a month.
Oh wow.
Truly is the
Which
best
is
deal
what
ever.
I have, and it really is. I don't even
But
use
with-
it much, and I just still pay for it because whenever I need it, I just jump in and I
It's there.
Might have to make that switch.
So-
Might have to make that switch.
The advantage
Also,
is, like,
it doesn't have to be played on your Xbox console. You can play it on your PC. You can play it on your phone. You can play
Yep.
games right there.
can
You don't.
stream it. Yeah.
That's why they push it. It's just like you don't have to have an Xbox to play Xbox games.
Yep.
Well,
I'm sorry, David,
remember
what were
I
you saying?
told you guys I pre-ordered that that little Steam Deck, the handheld
Yeah,
PC gaming thing. So
Game Pass is going to be on that too, I think.
Yeah.
When is
should
that?
be
When is
able
that
to get
supposed
it
to
on there.
release? Did they hit you up about that at all?
Not as of yet. It was supposed to be a second quarter drop, but as we creep towards
Yeah,
the second
some people
quarter,
already got
To
it.
that as well.
David,
Yeah,
you were
depending
saying
on
something
when you
before, and
got
I
your
interrupted
console.
you though.
No, it's okay. Oh, and then I guess PlayStation, it's got those different tiers, and then but you don't have access to the new games, obviously. Just but I
Yeah.
So
guess
they're
giving
just
you
giving you
demos.
those tiers just so you can play their back catalog of games,
Right.
Pretty much.
not the new stuff.
So it works if you're not up to date on PlayStation games. Like
Yeah.
me, I like to buy the new games when they come out. I bought and beat the new Horizon, stuff like that.
Oh, that's
But
right.
this works if somebody's going to beat Horizon or they want to play Horizon. Like they didn't say when, but let's say the games come out 6 months after the release. Like you would have to wait that long.
Actually, on a side note, like that's impressive that you beat Horizon because I'm still working on it. But
Platinum Horizon. Get it right.
sorry,
Yes.
I don't know how. My God, because I'm like only 35 hours in, and I feel like I haven't scratched the surface. But anyway,
Man.
I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Oh,
That's right. You were impressed with my Platinum trophy.
I am. I was like, I have yet to get a platinum trophy. I came close in Final Fantasy VII
It's
Remake,
not that hard. It's not
But-
that hard.
but I was too lazy to do the whole dress thing. So anyway, but the new I have PlayStation Plus now, and it's like $60 the whole year, and I
A
thought,
month, yeah.
And then there's the PlayStation Now, which gives you that catalog. So basically,
The
I guess
streaming
they
thing.
want to combine it, whatever. But
That's what this whole thing is, because that's what Game Pass did with Gold and Game Pass. They
Right.
combined it into one overall thing. So now PlayStation's trying to get in on that and do
catch
the
up
same
here.
thing. But it's just
Um,
not. It's not
Yeah,
as valuable.
Yeah,
But-
It's not
Yeah.
as valuable to the consumer. It's more valuable to them
Yeah.
as a corporation.
And there shouldn't be 3 tiers. There should just be 2. If anything, do the basic tier and then do the premium. I don't
Yeah, I
understand
don't-
why that middle tier
I
is
don't-
there. It's weird.
I got confused with the 3 tiers. I thought,
Well, they should get rid of the basic tier and just have the extra and just. But yeah,
In terms of price, I would rather keep the basic. What were you saying, David?
actually, now to just say, going on what Eslam was saying, maybe it would make more sense to have just the basic tier, and if they want to make extra money, like, don't give out the new games for free. Just give out the demo, like for the new game. If they're trying to make more money,
Yeah,
And
and the
then,
premium.
and then if you want to,
version,
and then if you want to buy the game, then buy the game.
Yeah.
I'm
It
surprised
makes a lot more
Xbox
sense
is
if
just
they did too.
allowing you to just have the game. That surprises me.
Well, PlayStation games are better. Like I understand why they're doing that. It's kind of just like we're giving you like premium top tier quality video games. We want you to pay for them.
I agree with that.
Xbox is like, man, we're trying. Here.
I still don't know what they got, but I mean, it's just,
Nothing
like-
compared to PlayStation in terms of
Yeah.
games.
like the only thing I would want to
Yeah,
play is
Cyberpunk.
Halo or the Microsoft.
Oh no, Cyberpunk's everywhere.
Huh?
Oh, you sent it?
Oh, I have that one. No, I was gonna say actually for Xbox, I would only want to play Halo or the Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's about it. I don't know what
Both
else they
available
have.
on Game Pass.
Oh shit, I forgot the rule on that. But anyway,
You can fucking curse as much as you want to, you piece of shit asshole. It's perfectly fine.
oh, okay, so no restrictions now. I like it.
We were always allowed to curse, David.
yeah.
not when last time I was here. I was crucified.
No, No,
you weren't.
no, you're perfectly fine. You could curse.
I'm pretty sure that's almost like
Crucified is hilarious.
No.
I've never said that.
We've
to
never said that
anybody.
you can't curse.
If you've listened to the podcast, I curse
is-
all the fucking time.
Eslam curses a little bit too much.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't. I have
we
to
gotta
go
cut
against on
back.
that one. But all right, cool. So it's good to know.
I don't know. We've been here for like 303 episodes. I think we would know.
Yeah.
I'm talking like.
Why
when
do
I
you
was
think-
on
why do you think
episode-
Dan's
I
so
think
good
this
at
was like
Loodles?
episode 4. You know, when I was on. You know. And
No, we're cursing since day one, David. Day one.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
shit,
never
all
tell
right, this
anybody
is good
not to
know.
curse. That's just
I
blasphemy.
think when you were starting out, you were like, "Oh, we want to keep it clean and friendly," and you know.
No, we've never said this.
Well, I'm
Never
glad
had
this is
Family
clarification.
friendly Christian podcast.
I think that was
I
a
think
lot of,
yeah, I think you're
you
talking
know.
about a different podcast and a different group of
Yeah.
friends.
Yes.
No, it was definitely this one. I mean, this is
No, it
rebranded.
was not.
It,
You know?
David, it really wasn't. We've never
Never
had a no
rebranded.
curse rule.
You guys must
Nope.
have been messing with me. You're taking advantage of my gullibility. I don't like that. Then
That's a
Don't-
possibility. Like maybe we messed with you back then.
Maybe, but
you know.
we curse all the time, especially
All
me.
the time.
But
Fair
yeah,
enough.
Disco, you want to go on with your news? Did I?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't
my
finish my news.
stories.
We were still talking about it.
Yeah, fuck you, Disco. Nah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fuck these stories.
Halo became most watched series premiere worldwide for Paramount Plus, and then Paramount Plus is also releasing a movie on April 28th called The Offer, which is the events that led up to the making of The Godfather and how it almost didn't happen.
Can't wait.
So I'm
Can't
looking
wait.
I'm looking forward to this movie. But I feel like I should watch The Godfather before I should watch this movie. So,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
haven't watched The
Definitely.
Godfather?
What the fact that you haven't seen it yet, it
I've never
hurts.
watched The Godfather.
Watch it.
I know it does.
Watch
I
it.
know it does. I really do want to watch it. But okay, sorry, Disco. Now I'm done. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, Go.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
Disco, I'm
story,
gonna let you finish, but no, I'm just kidding.
Actually, can I add
Kanye,
something?
Go. Yeah, go for it.
What you got? What you got, David?
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I think, if I recall, Danny used to always be like, "David, you haven't seen The Godfather?" Blah blah blah. When we were younger, so
Yeah.
I finally watched it when I was 17, and I felt late to the party. So I just want to say,
I mean, it was made in the 70s, so yeah.
I just want to say, Eslam, you are very late to this party. All right. I just
Yeah,
wanna
I
say.
know I am, and I've been meaning to watch it for forever, but it just never happened. But
You
I'll
know,
watch
I'm
it.
gonna out everybody in this podcast. Jonathan, have you seen The Godfather?
None of them.
Danny, have you seen The Godfather?
Damn, I have actually.
Okay, cool.
I
Okay.
haven't seen part
Oh,
3.
well,
I
that was
will admit
everybody.
that.
So that was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
quick.
I haven't seen The Godfather. I haven't
That
seen
was everybody.
Goodfellas. I haven't seen Scarface. I haven't seen any of that.
Casino.
It's funny because on my screen, it's myself, Danny, and David on top, and you and Eslam are on the bottom, and now that is apropos.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got
There's
you
a
got
hierarchy.
3D on top.
Well, I meant because we watch good movies, but no, yeah, you're right.
I
That too.
understood that.
Yeah.
reference.
Oh, wow.
I've seen damn near every Disney movie that's ever been made. And
Oh, I
watched
proudly
every
have not.
Spider-Man.
I was
All right, Disco.
poison.
All right, my news. Sadly, Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters, their drummer, has passed away
Mhm.
this past week. They found over 10 substances in his body,
Mm.
which is
Damn.
kind of wild. He passed away in Bogota, Colombia. He was he called the hospital. He was having chest pains, and I imagine with all those substances in him, his heart was giving out. So it's sad to hear. You know, I kind of like the Foo Fighters. Not my favorite band, but they had Everlong, and that song just like bangs for me. I can listen to that all
Mm.
day.
Legendary
And,
band still. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a bunch of songs. The Pretender, Learn to Fly, Best of You, a bunch of songs. But Everlong was always the one that like just hit me.
Mhm.
And so it's sad to see him go. I think they canceled. I read they canceled their tour for the rest of they canceled this upcoming tour to grieve that loss, and my condolences to the Taylor Hawkins family. It always
Absolutely.
sucks to see such talent go. Next up is Welcome to Derry, a It prequel is coming to HBO Max. I read that they're working on that, and I'm a big fan of Stephen King and the It universe and all that. I love to see what they're doing with that.
I really enjoyed the 2 remakes.
Yeah, I like
They were
HBO
good.
Max. I kind of like their shows. I think they kind of got a groove going and
Loving that Magic Johnson show.
I still have to
Yeah.
watch it. I still have to watch
So
it.
fucking
I
good.
gotta watch that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it is so good.
So kudos to HBO Max. They're also doing Last of Us too. So I'm just praying that they don't fuck it up. I'm just hoping they do all these projects and they
That's a big ass sigh, David.
Sorry.
This is one of the few things I have to agree with David on. I don't want this show to happen. But yeah.
What
I
do
think
you
you're
want
just
to happen,
doing it
Dan?
for Last of Us in general, but
Yeah.
I think we should give them a chance. They got Pedro Pascal. They're doing things. They're working shit. So I would love to see it on the TV screen. I'm a big TV show guy, actually. So I mean, I
Yeah.
know you're really not though. You're
I'm
like a
not.
movie guy. So
What does Dan Despacito Rosado look forward to, man? What's
Fuck you say to
going
me?
on here?
I don't know what that means. Why are you saying things there?
that is a song. But yeah,
How would I know that? No, just
it's exactly. But that's why it was funny for us.
What was
But
the question?
any more news? Disco.
Yeah. This week, this past week, Halo, Moon Knight, and Atlanta came out. So I just want to give my brief first impressions on all these shows because I watched them. And so I'm gonna start with Halo. This is all based off the first episode. I thought the Halo show had potential, but I feel like it really depends on which way they're going with this, and maybe I just don't care enough about Master Chief. But it was kind of good, kind of not, in my opinion, and that's just me. I was never a big Super Halo fan, but just a avid show watcher. That's my opinion. And
Wait, have you guys all played Halo?
No, I've never played Halo.
I forced myself to do so and I had to stop.
I played
I played the
Um,
campaign with my cousins.
I played the first 3 and Reach.
Yo, the online used to piss me off. Yo, I'd be sneaking up behind people, and I'd be like laying out rounds, da 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 da, and then they'll turn around, one shot me, and I'm just like, oh, yo,
Yeah.
what the fuck? That
Online
shit used to
shooters,
get
dude.
me so mad.
David, did you watch the show Halo?
No.
Okay. Go for it.
Sorry. No, I was gonna say, like I want to watch it, but like I can't sign up for another subscription service, and this is too much. And also, I heard that it was getting woke, so I kind of want to pass on it. And
Getting
also,
woke. I saw the first episode. I didn't see anything woke about it.
I think it's like
but
something that
I heard the
as
second
the show
episode
as the
gets
show
like that.
goes on.
mm,
And also, I heard that
I don't
it's
know.
kind
We'll
of
see what happens.
maybe I'm wrong, but I also heard it's like they're calling it like a Mandalorian ripoff. Maybe Danny saw something in the
I
episode.
got to see
I don't
more
know.
episodes, but
Maybe because of the mask when they took it off
so
the reveal. I don't know.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
see,
I didn't like that either.
That's one thing. Yeah, I didn't like that. It's just like the whole thing is Master Chief doesn't take off the helmet, blah blah blah.
I guess that's a little spoiler. The Master Chief.
And I'm just like,
I mean,
why-
they announced it ahead of time that they were going to do it. Like,
yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like, why not keep to the like I don't know this actor. I don't need to see his face. I could just look him up online and see what his face looks like. Just keep him in the fucking helmet.
See,
Like the only movie that's done that was the remake of Judge Dredd with
Carl
fuck,
Urban.
what's his name? No,
Oh,
no,
but that's
Carl
funny.
Urban.
Carl Urban.
Because Dredd in the original movie, Stallone spent half the movie
Never
without
had
his
the
helmet.
helmet on.
and he's supposed to keep it on, yeah.
Yeah, but with Carl Urban, that's the only movie where he actually had the helmet on the whole time, never took
The
it
whole
off
time,
once.
right?
Yeah, and it was just like I thought that was a great movie for me, the remake, and like I don't know, they refused to keep these actors in their fucking.
It didn't
helmets.
have
Just
the
like,
comic effect the first one had, man. It didn't have the comic effect without when Dredd was hanging down from a platform by just his hands and he just straight flat palmed lifted his whole body weight up. Like there were so many get the fuck out of here moments in that
Yeah.
original movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the show they set up lore of like the Halo world, the Spartans, and like how people think of them in like the outer worlds and whatever and all this shit. And it was just like it wasn't enough to like be like, ooh, So I don't know. I'll give it another episode, maybe up to episode 3. We'll see how it goes after that. But they said they spent $10 million an episode to do that show, and it was very CGI heavy.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah.
So
All the aliens and the space
Yeah.
tech and bullshit.
Yeah.
has to be
So
on CGI.
we'll see what happens.
Stargate SG-1 had ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing with Halo, it's just like the Halo story has, in my opinion, never been good. I know
It's
a little
always
bit
been
of it.
lackluster.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
saying
it
it's like the
doesn't
fact
look
that they
like it's
are
gonna-
taking his helmet off and trying to make him into an actual character. I mean, granted, I don't care about Halo, but I think that's the right move. If people
That's
don't
what
like
they're
it,
trying to do to
Yeah.
make it more personable.
exactly, because
Yeah.
he's really just like tall man in green suit. Like, who cares? Like, he's just that's it. So it's like they're trying to make him into
Yeah, the aliens
character.
refer to him as the demon.
yeah.
I thought was funny.
No,
So,
oh,
but
that's how they did it
yeah.
in the games.
yeah, they
Yeah,
did. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just it's Halo. I don't know. I feel like as hard as you try, you can't make a good story out of Halo of all things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't see that show lasting. So
Yeah.
I
even
don't-
though it broke Hulu's record or whatever, or Paramount's record or whatever it was,
that's
I
because
don't-
Paramount
I
ain't
don't
got shit.
Yeah.
think-
That's the only
also-
reason.
I,
I
think
heard.
Paramount has well, actually, no, never mind. I was
Yeah.
gonna say they have
Oh,
They
no,
got
I was
shit.
just-
Well, I'm
Yellowstone, but that's not really their show.
the only reason
Oh.
I'm waiting. The only reason I have Paramount is for the Avatar stuff to eventually come
Absolutely.
up on there.
Absolutely.
So until then, I'm just waiting.
What were you saying, Dave?
Oh no, I was gonna say like I thought it would have been interesting to because I remember years ago they wanted to make the Halo movie, which I thought would have
The
been
Steven
cool 'cause-
Spielberg thing?
No, I thought it was. So I heard it was supposed to be like Peter Jackson, and like I thought that
okay.
would have been cool because hey, he did Lord of the Rings perfectly. So maybe
Yeah.
He
they
can
would.
do world building.
Yeah, like I thought they would have made like maybe a trilogy or something like kind of like and made it like in an epic style, similar to the games. You know, because I hear the TV show is not supposed to be like the games. It's something like somewhat different, very different.
I know nothing about the game, so I didn't know. But yeah. So how was Atlanta and Moon Knight?
Moon Knight, I really don't have any idea about Moon Knight, so I kind of just went in just like I don't know what to expect.
Expecting
and
nothing.
I was actually enjoyed the show. It has Oscar Isaac. He's from like Rogue One, I think. He's the pilot guy.
No.
No,
No,
he was
he's
in
from the sequel
7, 8,
trilogy.
9.
Well,
Yes.
I don't know. He's one of the Star
We don't
Wars
talk about that
movies.
trilogy.
He's the one with the pilot and
Great trilogy. Loved it.
Oh,
Wait, we don't talk about which trilogy?
But anyway,
The sequel trilogy. I loved it. I'm the
no.
one guy. Go
What,
ahead,
with
dating.
Kylo Ren in them?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
It was great.
David, you hated those movies?
Most
They
people
were
did.
garbage
Most people
movies.
hate them, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Huh?
They were
Kylo-
garbage, they were
the
garbage
mo-
movies.
The
No.
consensus is everybody's way too cool, and they're just like
we're not getting into
we're
this.
gonna hate
Anytime-
them because that's what Star Wars fans are now.
We can have this conversation
that-
on a whole other podcast. We're not getting into
I see where
this.
Eslam's going. 'Cause as soon as you start talking about the sequel trilogy, it turns like a whole conversation. So we should probably
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no,
really
no,
is.
Like,
But I will
It's
say
Aang
Kylo Ren
versus
was-
Korra all over again.
Kylo Ren
don't
was
even
the
bring
best
that
thing.
up. Like, come on, bro.
All right, Danny, tell us more about this crappy Moon Knight show. Let's go.
anyway, this is a show about Moon Knight, and actually, I enjoyed it. Oscar Isaac, I think he really he shined. His acting chops shined through, and he plays a good kind of like bitch character. And then like these alternate personality.
multiple
comes in.
personalities.
Yeah, his alternate personality comes out and just totally kicks ass. And the first episode kind of like he gets acclimated with his situation, and I kind of enjoyed his character that he's playing.
Did they release all the episode at once or just the first episode?
I think it's just the first episode. That's all I saw.
Yeah, that's how they
So,
want to keep you hooked.
so
subscribed.
so I really enjoyed it. And at the end, they had like a big reveal hook, like a cliffhanger moment. And I'm actually looking forward to that next episode. And contrary to what Danny has to say, my
Most of the
opinion, I
internet.
enjoyed
Most of
it.
the internet.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Most of
Oscar
the
Isaac-
internet say it's very meh.
Yeah, a lot of the reviews were
Well,
like,
that's my opinion. Fuck those reviews.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac.
hey,
Agreed.
good job, guys.
Absolutely.
100%.
And then Atlanta, I want to say, I don't know if y'all have seen Atlanta, but
Yes.
it's just such a good show. It starts off season
Great show.
season 2 has a kind of like an origin story to the main character, and it's just so immersive. Their storytelling ability is so good. I was just like,
well, this is season.
This is
3,
3.
Oh, is it season 3? My
Yeah,
bad.
this is
I'm not
3,
fucked
dude,
up.
yeah.
I don't
Season
think that's
3,
an origin story though.
but it starts off and like or this tells when he's a kid and shit, and it's just so it was just so wild. As I was watching it, I was just like, wow, really? Is this really like, wow? The whole time I was just like, it just gets crazier and crazier. Like
I heard it.
I got to tell you, that's not him as a kid, Danny.
It's what?
That's not him as a kid. That was just a completely random thing. It wasn't him.
Oh, it wasn't? Well,
nah.
That was crazy. That had me going.
Yeah, it was a great story. I agree, 100%.
He just woke up from a random dream about that.
That was a dream. That's all it was. It was just a random dream.
Wow.
It makes it better.
I thought that was a story. Yo, L'Aquarius, son, that name just had me going from the beginning.
Yeah.
But just that whole first episode just blew my mind, and I was just like, just exhilarating experience the whole time. And like I said, just the background story that they gave on that shit, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely check out Atlanta. Quality, talented writing on that shit. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Supposedly, that first episode is based or loosely based on a true story. That it makes it even crazier when you think about that. But yeah, no, it's good. I saw the first 2 episodes, so I'm loving. It's good. It's good. They go back to like the regular cast in the second one. That's the thing with the first episode. You don't even have the cast from Atlanta. It's just completely different people. It's unrelated to the show completely.
That's why I was so confused. I was like, oh, that was he when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like.
I
really
heard
good
depending on how you came up and your background, like one of my friends was like, yo, that episode was like triggering, like just so many things that I remembered from, their own and stuff. So I definitely gotta watch that.
Really good. Really good.
All right, anything else, Disco?
No, those 3 shows, that's all I had to say.
All right, Dan?
Yeah. So I'm get my news. Sorry. All right, so let me go real quick. Last week I talked about the New Japan Cup happening, and I gave some thoughts. I talked about the semifinals at the time. It was Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Takagi, and Zack Sabre Jr. In the semifinals. And
which name does not belong?
And I remember saying, if it was me, I would give it to ZSJ, Zack Sabre Jr., because it is the New Japan Cup, because they don't always give it to like the top guys, and you could build like an interesting match or interesting story with it. Give it to Zack Sabre Jr. And the winner of the New Japan Cup was Zack Sabre Jr. So pretty happy about that.
Dan,
he defeated.
They just be stealing your ideas left and right. Gotta start writing for these companies, bro.
So he defeated Shingo Takagi, the Dragon. Naito did beat Okada. And then, of course, they fought in the finals, and then Zack Sabre Jr. beat him. So now Zack Sabre Jr. has a shot to go up against champ, being Kazuchika Okada. And hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, it's going to be a great match. Those are 2 phenomenal wrestlers. And yeah, is my thing screwed up, or is that just David's?
No, it's just David's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just David's.
All right.
Nothing.
I didn't know he was still there. All right. So.
No, you didn't. It's fine.
Yeah. So there's that. Another thing I want to mention is WrestleMania is happening this weekend. As a matter of fact, when this episode airs, WrestleMania would have already have happened. I forgot WrestleMania was happening. That's how interested, how invested a huge wrestling fan, am in WrestleMania. I didn't even know it was happening. So one thing I want to mention is Seth Rollins in particular. He's still doing the storyline thing. Like he wants to be at Mania. Who's he going to fight? And Vince McMahon, in order to progress the storyline, he basically just said, "You're going to fight at WrestleMania." And Seth said, "Who am I going to fight?" And he said, "You'll find out at WrestleMania." So everybody's kind of being like, is it Cody? Is it Cody Rhodes? We know he's there. Is Cody finally going to show up and, return to WWE? We'll see. I feel like if he shows up, he should get a really good pop. WrestleMania crowds tend to have big wrestling fans, not like regular Raw and SmackDown shows where you kind of just have like people who are looking for something to do. So I don't know if he does show up. I hope he gets a good pop. I mean, Cody deserves it, and on a big stage like WrestleMania, I'd love to see that. So there's that. Also, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kevin Owens. It ain't going to be a match. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say versus. It's just on his thing. I'm very much looking forward to see who's going to do that. Who's the king of the stunner. I'd like to see Owens win, which is not going to happen. But I'd like to see Owen have the torch passed to him. And the last bit of wrestling news, which I'm sure everyone's heard of. If you haven't, it's big. Triple H has officially retired from in-ring competition, which surprised me because I could have sworn this man retired a solid 2 to 3 years ago. So I was like, oh, now he's retired.
It's official.
Yeah, exactly. So I talked about it on the podcast way back where he had an issue. He had like a heart condition that ended up being pretty serious. He talked about it on SportsCenter. He was interviewed by Stephen A. Smith, good old Stephen A. Smith, and and Triple H, explained the whole like he had the thing with the heart. It was really bad, real serious, and obviously it's better going forward that he doesn't do any more in-ring stuff. He still has yet to do anything as far as me and I guess people in general know that he hasn't done anything in terms of WWE or wrestling yet. He kind of just had his heart thing. Then he just stayed away, tried to get healthy. And, more power to him. He feels that he's done with his career. He's looking out for himself and his family. Can't blame the man for something like that. So definitely respect him for that. Definitely glad for the years of entertainment Triple H has provided for myself and many others. He's never my favorite wrestler, but can't deny he was one hell of a wrestler. I put him up there as one of the best.
A water bottle, I'm just like tempted to just
same.
spray.
David, I know you don't like Triple H, but this isn't the time for that.
David, give us your thoughts on
go for it.
The news items that Dan said.
Tell me how you feel about Zack Sabre Jr.
I still got thoughts from what the other Dan said earlier that I didn't get to, but the Triple H thing. I thought he was already retired.
I know everyone did.
Confused about that. I do think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. I think it'd be a good pop. I think I'm assuming. I guess Rollins is losing. I'm very confused about the Stone Cold and Kevin Owens thing. Like,
what are you confused about?
I don't know if it's a match or if it's a fight.
It's not. It's Kevin Owens is doing his stupid talk show thing. You know how every wrestler has a talk show? He's doing that. He's inviting Austin. And Austin. Right. Supposedly they wanted to have a match, but they told Stone Cold way too late. And he's just like, I haven't wrestled in however many years. I would have liked to have been prepared for an actual match. Right. And Vince is like, take it or leave it. So this is what we're getting.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. Like, because his Stone Cold's promo was really good. He was like, well, for 19 years. So he's building it in a way where I'm thinking, oh, he's going to put on the boots and the knee braces and the vest, whatever. But now I guess it's going to be a fight, which is kind of disappointing. It's like,
it's going to, I've said it on the podcast, music, glass break, go out, maybe shake hands, maybe drink a beer, hit a stunner, have him get up, hit another stunner, drink some beers, hit another stunner, and walk off.
Or actually,
and everyone's going to love it. Everyone's going to cheer.
Maybe it's going to be a street fight or something, just like a fight.
Well, technically, it ain't going to be a match. It's going to be a fight. Owens is going to be in there. He's literally going to say something like, come on, let's hurry up and do it. He's literally going to be doing this motion with his hands.
Yeah.
And then Stone Cold's going to show up, and then he literally just going to hit a stunner. Maybe he's going to maybe he'll kick Austin. Austin's going to bend over, and then he's going to grab him for the stunner. Austin reverses, hits him with the stunner. It ain't going to be a match. It's literally just going to be a quick, it's just who's hitting the stunner on who. That's all it is.
Maybe it's a match. Maybe it's just, but not like a match. Maybe it's like a fight. Maybe he comes out with the vest and everything, the jean shorts, the pickup truck. What?
I'm assuming he's coming out in the ATV.
That could be.
But yeah. But anyway, that's all I got for the wrestling. Happy about Zack Sabre Jr. Upset that I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna win that title.
Oh, I haven't kept up, and I forgot what he looked like.
Real skinny, scrawny white man.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if you looked at him, you would not think he's a pro wrestler. He's just a skinny dude, but he could turn anyone into a pretzel.
That's what I think of Sammy Guevara.
He truly is like one of the greatest submission wrestlers I've ever seen in my life. No, he's skinnier. Sammy Guevara is like toned and built. Like Zack Sabre Jr., just some skinny dude.
Right.
Does not look like a fighter at all.
Just walked off the street, started wrestling.
That's legit what he looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But that's all I got from our wrestling news.
All right, cool. So let's move on, I guess, to the main topic, which we don't really have a main topic for this episode.
No one said the crazy news that dropped today. What happened, bro? Y'all just gonna skip over Bruce Willis like that?
I still got.
I completely forgot about the Bruce Willis thing. That's right. Oh. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Bruce is
has retired from acting because of certain disease that
Aphasia.
causes speech impediment.
Aphasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aphasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He, like messes with his language and
His
linguistic
cognitive
skills or
abilities in
something
general.
like that.
Yeah.
So he won't be able to like understand scripts or just like language in general.
Yeah, that's
I
wild.
don't know it's in details, but yeah,
Yeah.
it just sounded crazy.
It was sad when I saw it, but I was
Right.
just like, also I haven't seen him in anything in a while, so it's
I haven't
nothing
seen him
new.
in anything good in a while.
I like Bruce Willis and everything, but I could probably name like on one hand how many Bruce Willis movies I enjoyed. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it sucks. You don't want to see anybody go through something like that, but
Yeah, of course.
you know,
I like most of his movies. It's just like I haven't seen him in a movie in a long time, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, well, I think
He was in a space movie recently, and it was like kind of not good.
Well, that's if you look at his filmography, it's like he's got all these like I feel like a lot of these movies are like direct to DVD kind of movies or movies you
Mhm.
never heard of. They're just kind of like I feel like it's just a paycheck for him. You know, he just needs a paycheck. So, and they're not good. They're like they're rated very lowly, lowly rated. I don't know.
I don't know many good straight to DVD movies. Can't I'll tell you that.
Jonathan, I can't see
But
your
yeah,
face.
I See Dead People. That's like his best movie.
Sixth Sense too.
True.
I was so mad at that movie.
You're just mad you didn't get the twist.
I
didn't
did
get
get
the
the.
twist.
Well, actually, no.
He
I,
ended.
I watched it knowing before I saw the movie. I already knew the twist because I remember that movie was spoiled in school.
Mm.
So I had to watch it. Like, okay, let me try. to understand
I'm
the
sorry. It
plot.
was probably me.
It just was weird. It's like he goes a whole year and he doesn't realize no one sees him. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it good.
I've never watched
A
the
whole
movie, but
year?
the twist was spoiled for me. So
You're telling me no one sees you
I
in the
might
grocery
watch it
store?
eventually just to see.
How did he buy his groceries?
I don't remember the movie, David.
I'm just.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You got to go
Alright,
up to the
it is
cashier.
what
They
it
got to
is.
see you.
This is
How do you
why I'm
order
not
food
shut
at a
up.
restaurant?
Shit bag sucks.
But
But let's move on, please. Okay.
This is not beer. This is
Yeah.
bourbon.
So main topic.
David's just not going to stop talking.
Yeah. Main topic. The five of us plus our friend Chris, finally met in person after like 3-4 years of not seeing each other in person.
It's got to be longer than that for me.
Chris.
Shit was crazy.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I know.
Who is that?
It's been a long time since we've like the six of us have gotten together and seen each other in person. So, as Dan said in the beginning of the podcast, I got it. I had an engagement party, and obviously everybody was invited. And it's funny because I almost died twice that day, which was pretty hilarious, thanks to the limo driver. So
Nice.
we got a stretch limo that went and picked up Nadia, and then came and picked me up. And then because the hotel is closer to my house, so we figured it would go up there, and then we just we'd head into that direction. So the guy's here. I put my stuff in the trunk. I get in the car. I had my nieces with me because I wanted to ride in the limo. So it was me, her, like my nieces, her nieces, and then like her mom. So my nieces had like my dad's phone because they were watching. They didn't I didn't notice they still had it, and so the guy hadn't started moving the car yet. They were like, "Hey, I still have the phone." I was like, "Okay, give me a second." So I open the door and I walk out the car. I give the phone to my dad. This guy starts driving. The door's open.
Damn.
So I'm just like running after the fucking limo so I can close the door before the shit crashes into this parked car that was coming up. So that's the first time. Of course, this all happened to me, right? We finally get it. So I get into the car. We get there. We drop them off. They wanted some coffee. The driver wanted coffee. I was like, perfect. Let's go get some coffee. I'll get you coffee. I'll get them coffee. All right. We go to Quick Check, and I was just like, hey, let's go get some. I'll get you the coffee. Like, what do you want? Or just come with me. And he's like, no, it's okay. I'll go to Wendy's. I was like, dude, it's fine. I'll just get you. They have good coffee here. Come with me. So we go in. So he was like, okay, fine. So I thought he had already put the car in park. I was like, all right, cool. So I opened the door to get out. This dude starts driving, bro. Well, I'm midway out the car. Again, I almost like fucking get run over. I had to like run, close the door. Like, I don't know what the fuck was happening, but this dude was trying to like kill me that day.
He couldn't see you in that brown suit.
I wasn't wearing the suit yet.
Oh, damn.
And it was burgundy.
Mans was wearing camouflage.
But no, I wasn't even wearing the suit yet, right? I got dressed at the venue.
Mhm.
So
I see. You gotta stay fresh.
So and then I get into fucking Quick Check. There's only one person working behind the counter making the sandwiches and the fucking coffee. So I waited almost an hour to get the coffee. I was about to like fucking kick someone in the face.
Jesus.
I'd have jumped over the counter and put an apron on. Like, come on, bro. Let me help y'all real quick.
Bro, dude, I get the coffee,
DoorDash
go
some
back,
coffee
and I
faster.
think the coffee wasn't even that good. They were telling me. I was like, like that sucks. Whatever. I get dressed, you know. We're taking pictures. People are starting to come into the hall, and we're like, you're not supposed to be coming into the fucking hall. You're supposed to stay in that hallway because that's where the cocktail hours.
That was me.
Mhm.
I think at one point David tries to come.
I
in,
didn't know
like,
what to
"Get
do.
out."
I didn't know. He was like,
I know.
"Stay back there."
I know. Yeah, I was just like, stay over there.
He said, "Get out." Who invited you?
Stay over there. I closed that door quick. I was like, oh.
I heard your dad like telling some people to go in, so I was like, oh, I asked him, oh, we're going inside.
Yeah.
He just laughed so hard. He was just
This
like,
had to be
no.
one of the funniest things ever, Eslam.
Yeah,
What?
the way he just laughed so hard. It was just like, no,
No, not you.
Yeah, it was so
No,
funny.
so we were taking family photos. So like we were taking pictures.
Yeah,
with
that's
her
what we
family,
figured.
With my family.
No, yeah.
So we wanted to do that before everybody like came in, and
Mhm.
either way, like they were gonna be serving the appetizers and stuff
Mhm.
out there. So yeah, so that happened. We took our pictures, and then we went into the back to just kind of chill a little bit, and they brought us food while everybody else was like mingling and whatnot.
Mhm.
And then we entered, and then the party started later
Mhm.
on. But yeah, man, it was. I never danced that much in my goddamn life. I hate dancing. I'm
Yep.
not good at it. I am the master of the two-step though.
Mhm.
But that's all I know how to do. I was sore as fuck the next day.
Mhm.
Every part of my body hurt, and
Yeah.
I barely ate anything. So how was the food, by the way? Like,
It was good.
Actually,
I enjoyed it.
really
Crazy
liked
good.
the food, son. It was really good.
Yeah.
There's one shit that I thought was chicken, and my girl was like, "Nah, that was goat cheese." I was like, "Damn, that shit was good as fuck."
wait, what? Goat cheese and chicken don't even have the same consistency.
I get it, Didi. I'm right there with you. I get it.
Bro, my
I was-
plate
I was
was
a little
so
bit worried
fucking
about-
heavy.
I was a little bit worried about you, David, because I know at one point you had like stomach issues with like
Oh, yeah.
spices, and you couldn't eat like spicy food because of the ulcer. So I was just like, oh shit, I hope David can eat like
Yeah,
some of
so
the
I
food.
grabbed like rice and like I was surprised there was a lot of stuff that was like little spices here and there. I was like, oh wow. So
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad though. It wasn't like burning or anything. So and I
Okay.
kept it like
Yeah,
That
no, so
tandoori
we
chicken
made
and
sure
the
like that,
hummus was smacking.
dude. So we try to make sure like the food wasn't spicy. Like
Mhm.
it had like a very mild like spice level because Indian food can get like
Yeah.
super hot.
Yeah.
But then we also had like the Arabic food and stuff, so we had to get a little bit of both worlds in there.
I really enjoyed
Um,
the cheeses. Those cottage cheeses, like those cubes.
That's my favorite.
I didn't even
Cool.
see that.
Oh really?
So there's like these little cottage cheese cubes that are in a sauce, and
Mhm.
it's like
That's
almost
what
like
I
a
thought
curry
was
sauce
chicken.
in-
I don't know why I thought it was chicken. I'm dumb.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, I thought it was like a spread, and you were like,
No,
what?
no, no.
Yeah.
I thought
Okay.
that was chicken, and she was like, "No, that was cheese." I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
Sheesh. Got
Yeah,
me.
no, it's really good. I loved it on rice. Like the first
No,
time
yeah,
I
it
had it
was-
at her house,
that shit
it
fire.
blew my mind. I was like, I need this in my life.
Twice
Yeah,
in my
definitely.
life. Twice in my life.
That
have
rice
I
is
gone-
good too.
Yeah, the rice was fire. Twice in my life, Eslam has taken me somewhere to eat. The first time, I want to say the first time, I think we all went the first time. Remember when we all went to that one spot and I had never had lamb before, and I had to call my mom and I'm like, yo, I can eat lamb. And they were
Was
like,
that in Patterson?
that
I
was in
take this to
Patterson.
I definitely was not there for that.
We were all
we
there,
was
bro.
We was all there. It was
We were
one time
all
we
there.
went to-
Oh, it was at my graduation party.
Because we were swallowing helium
That's-
and talking
that's
and shit.
probably-
Yeah, we was all
It
there.
was probably
Dude,
at
I
my
don't remember that
graduation
at
party.
all. I
You
don't
were
think I was
Remember
there.
You fuck with my cousin.
The graduation party, yeah. I don't remember helium or. I don't even think I remember
I
Jonathan
don't
being
remember
there.
that. I
Was
don't
I?
remember.
I
I think you're talking about two
Yeah.
different
I
things.
remember going to some random restaurant that was like,
Fire restaurant. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
we can have lamb. My mom's like, I don't know, call your dad. I'm calling my dad and boss. I'm like, yo, Pop, we can have lamb. He's like, lamb? He's like, bye. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, it's like goat, bro. You can eat that.
yeah.
So that time, and then Eslam took me to this one spot. I'll never forget this shit. Eslam took me to a spot. It was like a restaurant, but it was like the back of the restaurant, like some secret in the cut shit. And these guys gave us some fish, and then Eslam showed us how to take the bone out the fish. Bro, when I tell you that was probably
Was
the
that
best.
me, you, and Leandro?
It was me, you, and Leandro. Best
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
fish I
yeah.
ever had in my life. Damn, we lost David. Best fucking fish I ever had in my life. And
What
I
do you
was
mean?
like,
I'm still
yo,
here.
if Eslam told me to eat that shit, I'm gonna eat that shit now.
I got an even better place for you in Queens. We gotta go there. Fantastic fish. But yeah.
next time in
Um,
Jersey, I gotta roll through.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah, bro.
Fish.
But yeah, no, I didn't even eat the cake.
Damn.
Like
Really?
the
You
cake
didn't
came
get
out.
cake?
No, like the cake.
That's wild.
Like the only piece of cake I had was when we did like the cake cutting,
Mm.
and then like she fed me a piece and I fed her a piece. That's the only cake I had.
I ate
didn't-
David's
I-
cake.
Danced his heart out there. Went
That's
to
right,
sleep.
I had to.
Bro, like I was like it was like some of the food came late and like I had to go deal with that and I was like dealing with other shit. It was just like I was like that's why I kept walking out and back in because I had to like go like
Yeah,
handle
Busting
shit.
heads.
that's when he was doing his business.
Yeah, the business walk.
The mob
Yo,
shit.
Son.
Yo,
He
you
was
guys
breaking
had me
legs.
fucking. You fucking had me dying, Dan. When I after the ring ceremony, you were like, "Let me see that ring," and you were like, "What am I supposed to do? Kiss it?" I'm like, "What am I, your godfather?" Like, what the
Dude, because like when we were sitting there, because you know we are, you put all of us,
Yeah,
and
of
we're just gonna make fun of everything. So it's like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
see you walking back and forth, and I think Chris was the first one who said it. It's like, why does Eslam look like he's with Godfather? He's about to just like give somebody an offer he can't refuse. And then we just kept on going. We're just like looking at him. It's like he comes back, and it's like, oh, he's about to make a deal. And then some other guy came in. He looked terrified. I was like, oh, Eslam just got through with this man. Like,
Oh, when he came
That
back,
sounds
when he
the
left,
head of the family now.
when he came back.
oh
oh
that
man,
shit
it was great.
so funny.
But
Walking series.
so did anybody tell you about? So not only did David try to get in and you kicked him out, and then your father not only like insulted Danny. Like, did anybody tell you about anything else about us in that
My dad
area?
insulted Danny like this. guy?
It wasn't an insult.
wasn't an
was
insult,
just
it's a
funny.
joke.
The way he said, like, no.
Yeah, when he was just like, "Hey, you guys could go in," and then Danny's just like, "Oh, we go in," and he's like, "Not you." Like,
Oh, shit.
it was hilarious.
The way he said it was funny as hell.
Oh,
It was
man.
just so funny.
But so when we got in there, right? So I parked my car, and then the biggest issue for all of us was the entrance.
Yeah.
The entrance. It was because there's the hotel entrance, and then there was the thing entrance. So I parked on that side, and I walked in like through the correct door because I saw your father walking around. So I go inside, I see him. He's like, "Hey, doing?" Shake his hand, hugs me, and everything. I see Rusty and his girlfriend. I was like, "Oh, hey, how you guys doing?" Blah blah. Then I see David. I say, "What's up?" I introduce David and Rusty, and I'm holding my card. I asked David, what do we do? He's like, "I don't know. I still have my card." And the Rusty's holding his gifts like, we don't know what to do with any of our things. So we're all just standing there. Eventually, Danny shows up, and what's it called? He's holding a card. What do we do with the card? I don't know. We're all just holding our cards.
We're all just there, like,
What's it called? At one point, we lose Rusty. He comes back, and I was just like, "Where's your gifts?" He's like, "Some guy took it."
Yeah. I saw him.
Then
walking one
Jonathan
day.
shows up. Yeah, Jonathan shows up. We see Jonathan. Then Chris starts telling Danny, "It's like, I'm here, but I don't know where I'm supposed to go," because he went in through the hotel entrance.
Yeah.
So then we're trying to figure out how to get Chris over there. David's explaining because he came in through the same entrance, and it's just like,
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened because we saw a lot of place cards that
Yeah.
didn't get picked up.
I didn't know they were there.
So
yeah,
so if you come through the actual main hotel entrance,
you see him.
then you go right. there's this whole table set up with like a globe that you can sign. There's like a picture of
Yeah,
us.
I found out about the globe at the end of the whole thing. I didn't even know there was a globe.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
I saw that
So that's
globe.
if you went in through that entrance.
I didn't sign
Yeah.
it.
If you go through that entrance, you would have seen all that. You were also seeing like, so we had like little card holders with your names on it and the table you were sitting in, and we had them on elephants and little pyramids.
Yeah. I got mine like right over here. David or Danny, one of you guys got it for me and gave
That
me
is
mine.
table 1, baby.
Oh.
I got you.
Not 7.
And that's the thing. That's another thing we need to talk about. The table one
Yo,
situation.
That table 1 dilemma was
Dude,
crazy.
you don't. I was gonna ask if you're aware about the table 1 dilemma. Look at
What
Jonathan's
number is
card.
that,
What does that
Eslam?
say? What
Yeah,
number
yeah,
is that?
So
That is a one.
so the hotel
Mm-hmm.
completely fucked up the seating arrangement, even though we sent them a list and a chart.
Yeah.
Of so they sent us a seating, like a table chart of where the tables were gonna be. So we were like, okay, thank you. So we took that, we made a Excel file.
Mhm.
We did table 1, table 2, table 3, right? All through the tables, we put all the people's names on it, and then we put numbers on the chart they gave us.
Yes.
We go by happenstance. I'm looking at the table numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and I see 1, and then I see like 15, and I'm like, that's not how I set up the tables on the chart that I sent you. So I take a look around, and what they did was they had the dance floor in the middle, and then they had like table 1 on the right, then table 2 on the left, and then they did them odds and evens.
Okay.
So that's not how we had the tables at all. We had the tables going from right, from like top right as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever,
Yeah.
going all the way around the dance floor.
Yeah.
So they completely fucked that up, and we had to redo it, and I had to help them redo it, and it was some of the shit that was going.
See, that wasn't even the issue that we had.
Yeah.
That's not the issue at all.
That doesn't.
That
bother
has
us
nothing
at
to do with
all.
us. Ours is that 7 is a 1,
That is a 1.
and then
Anyway,
we were
Oh, that's
told
good.
that's a 7. We ended up being table 7, but it was like it's a 1. And then I remember looking at it, was like, it is a 7 because it's a slant, and there's the little tiny line.
That's crazy.
So when we were walking in, at this point we'd already lost Rusty, so he and his girlfriend are already sitting at table 7. I remember earlier David telling me, "Oh yeah, I saw the placement things. We're all going to be together at table 1." And Rusty's like,
Yes.
"Oh yeah, I'm at the same table too." Fast forward, as we're walking in, I see Rusty sitting down. I was like, "That's weird. I thought we were in the same thing as Rusty. I guess we weren't."
I thought that
And
was
then-
suspicious too. I was like,
Yeah, and then we're all going to table 1, and then I was in the back of the pack, and I was just like, "There's something seems sketchy here."
Yeah,
And
that's why
then-
one is this close to the front.
Exactly. I was like, we shouldn't be this close. And then I don't. Who told you guys that we were not at that table? Somebody said it because I by that point I.
His dad, bro.
his father
Oh, it was
like,
Eslam's father?
No.
There's gotta be a
You said,
mistake.
"Get out of here."
He's like, y'all motherfuckers.
Y'all
in the
ain't
back.
table 1.
Yo, he was like,
But
no,
it
no,
says
no,
it
that's
right
a 7.
here.
Get
Yeah,
out of
I
here.
was so confused for a second. I was just like,
Because as soon as I saw you guys have an issue, I dipped. I abandoned all of you and went and sat right next to Rusty.
oh, man.
And then
That's
Rusty
fucking
says to me, he's like, "Yeah, we had the same problem. I was just gonna watch you guys deal with this."
He's like, yo, it's a 7. I'm like, are you sure? Does this look like a 1?
Dude,
Have
and
you
Eslam, for
questioned
the
my
rest of the party, we
standards?
were
I was
repping
like-
table 7 so hard.
Nice.
Table 7 go crazy.
It,
Yeah.
we were, and our table was never called to go get food. We were the
No,
only
we're
table that
not.
did
We
not
just
get
had to go
called.
up there and debo.
Yeah, because everybody got called.
They probably thought you were table 1.
Everybody got called, and we're sitting there. It's just like I remember saying, like, "Did they call us?" And Jonathan's date is just like, "Nope, I've been checking, I've been listening. They did not call us." And that's what we all decided. It's like we all need to get up as a group and just table 7 this shit. Like we got this.
We
They
did.
can't
We
tell us
just-
all now.
And that's where I should have started slapping food out of people's hands.
Yes.
Oh man, did you have the fuck out of here?
Table 7, motherfucker.
And not only that, Danny saw this. One of the waiters there took the spoon out of my hand when I was trying to get some rice.
Yo, it was the most disrespectful ass. Yo, he like
Wait,
the
what?
food was running low. He was like re-upping it, but he
Yeah.
just straight took the spoon out Danny's hand. It was just like, what do scissors do? And just like showing him out. He went in. He started
What
swapping
the scissors
shit.
do.
And I'm just looking at Danny's right behind me. He's laughing. I'm just like, I refuse to leave this spot till I get my rice. So I waited. I got my rice. I kept
Oh, the
going.
biryani. Was it the rice with the chicken in it?
I don't know. I have no idea what it was. It was one of the rices.
Was it like the big round metal tray, or was it like in the smaller
Well,
chafing dishes?
What do you guys remember?
there was one that
Was it in the middle?
But wait a minute, there was one.
I have no idea.
Was it in the middle? Was it in one of those trays that had like the lid on it?
Maybe.
I think.
Give us something, man. Give us. Something.
I don't know. I didn't pay. I saw food.
Okay,
I put food on plate.
Well, technically, if it was finishing up and they had to re-up it, it was one of those trays.
I gotcha.
Because the other food they weren't touching.
I think he
Blame
grabbed
him.
the brown
Take it
rice.
as-
So, because he just grabbed that
So it
spoon
might have
out
been
his
the
hand.
biryani.
Because
All I know is this man took the spoon out my hand.
Yeah.
Yo, it was wild funny. He didn't even say nothing. Like he didn't say.
Well,
"Excuse
no,
me."
he did. So there was two guys. The one guy came. He's doing the thing. I was like, all right. And so I'm doing whatever. And then the other guys was like, hey. And I'm like, what's up? And I'm getting the thing. He's like, I need to get it. I'm just looking. I was just like, what? Like, do you need to get in right now? Can I get my food? What's happening? That's when he just got in front of me. He took the spoon.
Yo.
Well, that's
You
all
know-
I saw.
Yeah, you saw disrespect, yo. You know who killed me, yo?
Hmm.
There was this one server. He was a younger dude, a little bit of a beard, had glasses on. Everywhere that I went, you know, when you come up and you're looking at, I'm reading the cards. He's looking at me. He's like, "Oh, it's this." He's saying the name of the dish. I'm sitting there, I'm looking at Keisha. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. Why he keep telling me what the name of the dish is? I don't know what the dish is. That's why I'm reading the card to see what the dish is. But he keeps saying, "Oh yeah, it's this. You don't know this?" And I'm like, that's somebody I probably could. I'm like, mother, what is this? I'm trying to better myself and learn and read. I'm reading all the cards. I'm not holding anybody up. You can eat on both sides. Go to the other side. I'm trying to see exactly what it is I'm eating. Every time I lean down for the card, he's just shouting out the name of what it is on the card. I'm like, bitch, I can read, bro.
Lollipop, you dumb fuck.
Dude, it was there was so much. I got a pina colada, which I was very excited about. And
I went up to get one of the. So we had two signature drinks, right? The pina colada and the mango.
oh, the pina colada was the signature drink?
Yeah.
See, I had to
And
ask the
mango
guy.
mint.
Mango mojito.
Yeah, the mango mint mojito. So I forgot that the second one was the pina colada. So I went up to one of the bartenders. I was like, "Hey, can I get one mango mojito? Can I get the other signature drink?" And the dude looked at me like I was speaking another language. He was like, what? I was just give me 2 mango mojitos, man.
Was it the Asian?
Did you
dude?
say anything to the people who work there?
Nah, I was so exhausted by the end of it. Like, you guys, what time did you guys leave?
I don't know.
You guys left around like 10:30, 11?
No, it was
like
later
11,
than that.
11, yeah,
It
it
was
was
like
11 something.
11:30.
11 something.
11:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, these we didn't. Okay, so the music stopped and everybody stopped dancing literally at 12 on the dot.
Mhm.
And then I didn't leave until like almost 1:30.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I was fucking exhausted, and I still got to get you guys your favors, which they're pretty cool, cute little favors.
Was it that bag thing? Nah.
No, what bag thing?
I don't know. I thought I saw a bag on
Damn,
sale.
Danny stole somebody's bag, bro. He took somebody little.
No, there were those little boxes, but those were for like the kids there. They were like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That reminds
Yeah,
me,
no,
when we were leaving, so there was like containers to like take food.
Mhm.
And then we took our pictures of it. And then afterward, Dave and I were just like, all right, let's get our food and then we're gonna head out. And all the containers were gone. Like, we're just looking around. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to take food, but I don't have anything to put the food in. And then I saw one lady with, I think it was like a giant like garbage bag, which I think it was containers inside, but she was not putting them out for display. Like, she was just hogging these containers.
what did she look like?
I don't know. I think she was one of the guests.
Yeah, she was like,
She was hogging on.
I think she had.
I was like,
Did
this
she
lady
look
just has all the containers, and I was just like, I don't know if we should ask her. I was like, you know, I'm tired. I'm out. I gotta go.
yeah, she was
Yeah,
like
we were giving the food away. I mean, and we still had some, so we took some of it home and then we like donated the rest.
Nice.
Yeah, I took a tray before I left too. That shit was banging, man. I had.
Yeah,
to
I
eat it
wanted
the next
to,
day.
yeah.
It was what's up. It was just up.
Nice.
Had that
nice.
goat cheese or that cheese, whatever, the cheese cubes,
Yeah.
aka chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We also found our own little sketchy corner too. During like while you were taking your pictures, we found like a side of the hotel that it became ours.
Nice.
So, so we had our own little side.
Yeah,
we
man.
claimed it. It was ours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was a great
Yo,
time.
and
It was a great time.
also, I got a shout out to that one dude that you hired. He spun for like 15 minutes straight, yo.
Oh, Marty
Yeah,
McFly,
I couldn't
yes.
even hold my wrist up long enough to like record this guy, and this man's over here spinning 360s for like 15 minutes straight. I was just dumbfounded.
One of the funniest things is while Danny's recording it, he keeps looking at me and I keep looking at him, and we're laughing. And it's like as it's going on, he's recording that. He's got the other hand just holding it up. And he's just going, and every
Just
time he
switch
looks at
hands.
me, and I'm dying. He did, I think.
Just keep
Yeah,
switching
I just really thought he was gonna like wind down, but he never did.
He just kept going.
crazier and crazier.
Yo, by the time he hit the 7th little circle thing, I was like, God damn.
I was like, yo, what is he doing?
Yeah, man. I remember David turning to me. He's like, "I'm getting dizzy." Like,
Yeah.
dude, it was.
Yeah,
When
so
he
then
started
it's-
messing
it's,
with his like skirt thing, I was like, bro. I looked at Danny and I
It's-
just kept laughing. I was like, yo, he's gonna take off. He's gonna fly. He's gonna fly.
Oh, dude.
It's like an Egyptian like dance performance.
Okay.
I never saw something. That was
And
pretty cool.
then some of them have lights on them, like they turn the lights off, and
Mhm.
and he's spinning in the dark, and you just see the lights on, like the.
Bro, he gave all of us his business card, and I'm like, nah, I have to find this man some work somehow. I have to like.
Yeah, you just gotta hire
It
him
was
for a party.
impressive. It was impressive.
Yeah.
for
Dude,
sure.
honestly, if he would have just spun in a circle, I would have been impressed. Like, he didn't even have to do all the other stuff. Like, the fact that he spun that much, I was like, that's impressive.
Like,
Yeah,
equilibrium was
God, I'm
insane,
spinning
son.
cycles.
Yeah, we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have another one of those at the wedding, but it's gonna be even better. So
He's gonna
and
do the
when
whole
he
thing
was
while spinning on his head.
When he was spinning the thing over the people and like taking the personal selfies, yo,
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna hit the candles like every table. He
Yeah.
went, yo. He was like
Yeah, yeah.
inches every. I was like, yo, oh, shit,
they're
it's gonna
good,
be
dude.
wild.
They train a lot, but they're good. Yeah.
Dude, I loved when he went to the one table next to ours, and then, he got the pictures and everything, then he left, and then your dad's like, no, go to that table. Like, the table he was just at. It's like, go back to that table. The guy's like, oh,
Bro,
okay.
It's like,
yeah.
you missed the person.
He's just there spinning the things. Like, and I felt bad for his shoulders. I was like, my shoulders hurt. Like, when I saw him too, I was like, how is he keeping his arms up?
Well, he keeps switching his arms.
Still,
At some-
the
yeah,
fact
I
that
know.
you keep
That's-
both of
that's
them up for that long.
Well, if you're doing it day in and day out, and you're just like practicing, those
You
muscles.
train your
build
body
and-
good.
This man's just out just making pizzas. Just
Yep.
Yeah.
Big ass 10-foot pizzas. Like,
oh man. But no, it was a great time. It was a great time.
It was cool. It was
What
cool
about
when,
dessert?
When like after all the ceremony stuff, like and the lights went off and it turned into like a club like kind of effect. That shit was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool, with the color lights. And the
I
lights
remember
off.
our dance when we just started working out for no reason.
I'm sorry, guys. I came up with that one, and I apologize. I thought it would have been funny. I regretted it immediately. Like, after, 4 kicks, I was just like, we can't. So, anybody listening, we were kind of... It started off as, the Rockettes kick, and then we made it harder for some reason, where it was just, 1 foot, next foot, 1 foot, next foot, and we just kept going. I was like, this is torture.
Nah, I thought
Yeah,
what
we
you
just
was
started
doing
doing-
was hard, and then we changed it, and I was like, okay, this is a little easier.
Oh, that was harder for me.
Yo, you were like right, left, like
Yeah,
doing
man, that's
combos. I was just like,
that's the legit Rockette thing. I'm out there playing Tekken. You guys are playing Street Fighter.
Professional. Wow, my
Yeah.
bad, professional over here.
Oh man.
Goodness.
Yeah.
But you were saying
Man,
dessert.
taking
Dessert was
the
good. I
advantage.
ate David's cake.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
have no
Yeah.
dessert.
Did you guys try any of the other desserts?
There was more.
I didn't even.
Well, yeah. Besides the cake, yeah, there was other stuff.
I saw Chris come in with some extra snackies, and I was like, "Where'd you get that shit?" But then, all this crazy other shit happened.
Dude, I discovered everything at the end. Like, there was so much I didn't know was happening.
Yeah,
Um.
there's no chocolate.
Ah, damn. Okay.
How do you feel about that whole shit?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy everything?
Me?
Did you
Yeah, I mean,
was it
was a
like
lot
from
of-
the planning end? Did it was it like finally just to fucking have it over? Just like finally. Or
was-
did you
it was
enjoy
just
it?
nice.
And was it nice just to see everybody or whatever?
It was just for me, it was just nice to have it over. It was
Get it out of the
completely
way.
too stressful.
Mhm. You almost died
throughout
twice.
The whole process, and listen, man, I didn't even plan shit.
Yeah.
It was all Nadia,
Oh wow.
Wow.
and it was still fucking stressful for me.
I mean, you know what? Shout out to her then, because it was a
Oh,
banger.
yeah, no.
It was fun. It was crazy fun.
Yeah,
I
Nadia
love
was
her.
100% in control of everything.
Mhm.
She's the one that picked the venue, the caterer. We did the Arabic food and
Mhm.
the entertainment.
Yeah. I like their seat.
What did you
thing with
guys
the
think
lights,
about
the
the
accent
DJ?
lights.
I thought it was
Did you
good.
guys find it like?
it was
Was he like? I mean, I obviously didn't play any music you guys knew.
Yeah, I think
But
I
just
liked
in
him as a
Yeah,
DJ.
my
I
song
thought he
wasn't
was
picked. I
hyping-
was
I
upset
thought he
about
was
that.
My
hyping-
song wasn't
I
in
thought
there
he was
either.
hyping everything up.
But I, heard,
I was expecting to hear my song.
It was
I
like a
thought the
different-
DJ was cool. He was hyping everything up, but we didn't really recognize any of the songs. So it was
I
just
didn't-
kinda
Well,
weird.
yeah, it's gonna be Indian and Arabic music.
Y'all got
that's why,
hella
so.
percussion like stuff.
Not even when he was hitting like American music. I was like, I don't know any of this.
I was just moving.
No,
my
but he was
body.
energetic. He was energetic, trying to get everybody with their
Definitely.
hands up and clapping and stuff. And I feel like we were kind
Yeah.
of the most stickers. We're like clapping and we got our hands up, but then everybody's getting it. But he's like, "Yo, keep your hands up." And everybody's like,
Make some noise.
Oh, and the drummer. I like that.
Yo,
drummer.
his intro.
Oh, the drummer kept on trying to attack David.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Everywhere David stood, the drummer's like, no, that's my spot. Like he just kept on moving him.
yeah. He's
Um,
trying to get a
online
nice
too many
shot in and
times.
just boom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
forgot
just
what I was just
dancing
about to say.
and dancing and trying to get everybody else to dance.
"Yo," and shout out to your
Too much
mom and your
dancing.
sister, yo. I feel like when your mom and sister saw us, their jaws dropped so long. Like, oh my gosh, are these all the
They
guys
got
from high
they
school?"
were like extremely surprised. I was like, oh my god, it's you guys. I was like, oh man, I feel famous.
Well, they haven't seen you guys since like probably we graduated or like
Over
a year
a
or two
decade.
after
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah, that's
Year or
true.
two
They
after
haven't
high
seen
school,
you
yeah.
in person.
That's
I'm
good.
not
Yo, I
gonna
was
lie.
sitting there. I was
Well,
just
I did see your
reminiscing,
sister before
bro.
that Halloween party.
Oh, yeah.
Son,
Especially
Where
me,
I
I
scared
got
your
hella
nieces.
changed.
I saw
I
them.
felt like
It
Well, yeah,
all
they
came
haven't
back,
seen
bro.
Jonathan. They haven't seen Disco. They haven't seen David or
Yeah.
Chris. Yeah.
Well, I felt like a jerk.
Yo, I
'cause
remember
didn't
going to
recog-
your
I didn't
house in
recognize your
Elizabeth by
sister.
the park, bro.
What? Say that again.
No, I was gonna say I didn't recognize your sister, but she recognized me. She was like, "Oh, hey, David," and then
Oh yeah, that's because she's wearing the hijab now. So
Yeah,
you
so
never
then-
seen her before with it.
no.
No.
So then it took me like a few seconds. I was like, "Oh, it's Noha." I was like, "Oh, hey there, how are you?"
Yeah.
You know, I had to play it off like nothing.
Jonathan, what were you saying?
Yo, I instantly seen them, and I was just a kid again in the house by the park, you know, just sitting there, and your mom made the
Yeah.
salads. I was like, God damn, come here, guys. Oh my God.
Yeah, man, it was. Yeah, it was stressful. Glad it's over. Yo, and then Nadia, like I saw Nadia the next day on Sunday,
Mhm.
and she tried to talk to me about like shit for the wedding. I'm like, are you high right now?
Her battery is insane. She's just ready to go.
I'm
She's
just
like,
like-
babe, that was fantastic. Let's go.
She's like trying to tell me shit about the. I'm like, no.
Like I need
this
4
is
months. Like,
I'm like I'm still exhausted from yesterday. Like this is not happening right now.
yeah.
Like there's no way we're having this conversation. Like,
She said,
But
he
yeah.
said, talk to me in 90 days.
dude, I'm honestly afraid of the wedding. I really am.
It's there has to be
Or just
preparation
so
for
much
it.
planning?
Like
I need to start working out for it
Like,
right now. Like, I
that-
need to start prepping.
physically, mentally, spiritually, just like you like it's gonna be tough. And I think it's like that for everyone. Like
The wedding is going to be fine. It's the reception that's going to kill you. So right after
Oh,
you guys
son.
say your I do's, we as your boys, we're going to come give you a hug. But while we give you a hug, one of us, you're not going to know who, we're going to have a needle filled with adrenaline. We're just going to stab you.
Get you pumped.
They're going to introduce you guys. You're going to run in there like, ah!
like Wolverine.
oh, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Just make
Well,
his
thank
fist
God-
just just the whole time.
Well, thank God
You're
we
like, "Here
don't
come my
do the
claws."
I-dos, so. Jesus, someone's just gonna stick me with a needle of heroin.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I do's. What I do's? They don't do that in this culture. Oh shit! All right, fuck it. Or actually, no, nah. Disco got the slingshot, so Disco's like, all right, now or never, bro.
All you hear is like in the distance, it's time to party. Just what was that?
He looks back at us, and we're all like,
Holy shit!
Because we're your boys. We're looking out for you. We can't.
Damn, bro.
I'm gonna be like, everything okay? He gonna be like, yeah, everything's good.
So there's gonna be 3 events, and one of them will be in a desert. So I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
No.
I'm finna die. I'm finna die now.
So I just want to point something out. You said in a desert. Now, you know when you play Yu-Gi-Oh and then you have the field card and it's like detrimental to other people's decks. You're picking a desert. That's like my anti everything.
I know.
What
That's
are
gonna
the
be
proper shoes? What's the proper shoes for a desert, man?
Man.
I'll give you more details off the podcast. I just want to throw that out there.
I'm gonna wear a camelback.
Good God Almighty.
It's gonna get lit, bro. It's gonna get lit.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to try and like propose and get married before you, because Keisha gonna start getting ideas and some bullshit like they had a desert, John.
She's a turn around. We're jumping off a mountain for the reception. Like
everybody's jumping.
That's not gonna even be the reception.
Oh man.
We just chose one desert.
For the reception, you just get into MMA fights. Just
Mortal Kombat.
That's where he sacrifices half of us because we can't afford to bring us all to reception. So it's only the strong survive type shit.
Y'all are gonna have to earn your plates.
You gotta survive the 3 trials apparently.
Yeah, apparently one of them is the Shadow Realm, which is the desert.
oh jeez.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's gonna be fucking it's gonna be Squid Games out there, and the people that win get seats to the reception.
I just imagine whoever the winner is, they're just sitting down like all excited. They're Super Saiyan now, like.
Yeah. Everybody got superpowers.
God has blessed us.
But yeah, man. All right, let's wrap this up. Any final thoughts?
Congrats, bro. Congrats on getting engaged.
Congrats all the way.
Yeah, I'm only
Congrats sound like that's gang shit right there. Congrats.
No, it was. Yeah.
What happened, David?
Oh, I was gonna say it was an amazing weekend. I still got something to say from earlier. I mean, we could say that for another time, or I could do it now.
What is it about?
He's gonna just insult the shit out you.
Oh no! It was regarding.
What is it about?
It's regarding the Foo Fighter thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're way past that. You can say it for later. This is final thoughts. Oh, actually, you can say it for your final thoughts if you want.
Yeah, it's a final thought, so we're not gonna like get into it.
It's gonna be very suspicious.
Yeah,
I think it's suspicious. The whole
okay.
That he died. Okay.
Can I finish?
Any conspiracies you got?
So again, I'm not. It's just something to think about. I don't want to sound like a nut, but really quick. So the band did a movie a month before this happened. It's called Studio 666. It's a horror movie where
yes, I saw that.
Dave Grohl becomes possessed, kind of like an Amityville horror thing or whatever, and he kills his bandmates. Okay. Literally a month later, March 25th, right next Friday, Taylor Hawkins is announced dead. On my Spotify, I happened to check the band. They came out with a new album that very day, and it's an album that coincides with the movie. And the album was called Dream Widow, and on the cover is like one of those like satanic ritual symbols. And then the album, I put on a few songs. It's like a very heavy metal, kind of like death metal, kind of like something that they don't normally do. Wasn't really feeling it, so I was like, and point is, it's very suspicious. This could be another, sacrifice kind of thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's coincidence.
Interesting.
Illuminati killed Taylor Hawkins.
You watched a lot of Indiana Jones movies, my man.
I'm telling you.
All right.
Something off about this. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes.
All right.
I know the audience is probably gonna be like, "Oh my goodness," but I just had to get the word out.
No, it's cool.
Watch me get killed.
Jonathan, final thoughts.
Looking.
Not enough people listen to this, David. You're good.
All right, cool.
I'm happy. I just downloaded Adobe Premiere Rush, to start doing video editing. So that's going to be a journey. Podcast comes back in like 2 or 3 weeks. Shout out to Bruce Arians. He just announced that he retired today after winning the Super Bowl 2 years ago with the Buccaneers. So Tom Brady comes back. Bruce Arians retires. Yeah, other than that.
Interesting. Dan?
No, just thank you for the invite to the reception. Had a great time. Very sore. Very sore. If I can if I can go to the wedding, I just need to make sure that I am in all ways prepared for it. If I have to fight, I will be in fighting shape.
Okay.
Hey, it sounds like crazy trials, man. I gotta get in shape too. I gotta get in Spartan shape. I gotta train my Spartan training. I don't know what sort of obstacles I'm gonna have to be jumping on and climbing like Spider-Man and shit. You know,
throw a camo on
to
your
die
back
for
and run
that
through the
shit.
desert. Just
I'm not trying to die for love, cause not my own. Like,
Dan, will you be arriving by plane or will you be arriving by boat this time?
we'll walk.
okay, Jesus, he gonna cross the ocean.
Hella chakra on his feet, bro. Hella chakra.
All right, my final thoughts. I want to thank all of you guys for showing up. It was fucking amazing having you all there. Love all you, my brothers. Chris, love you too.
Chris,
Hey,
Rusty.
who the fuck is that guy?
Christopher, who the fuck? Forget about it.
But yeah, no, truly, thank you all for showing up. I know like Disco and Dan had to like fucking take flights out to come and be there, which I eternally grateful. And you know, so thank you for that. And thank you guys for listening at home to Los Wise Guys podcast and watching on YouTube. If you like what you hear, follow us on social media, like, subscribe, share, rate, review. Go check out the YouTube channel. Go check out the Los Wise Guys website. Thank you, and have a great week.